Greetings and salutations, fans of Dota 2. It is I, Badger, back for some more Season 7 League of Lads, now playoff action. I am joined tonight by two gentlemen, actually. I am joined, once again, by the one and only Captain of the Apes Imps, Doss. How are you on this fine evening?
Poggers.
And I am joined as well by another special guest, former alumni of Root Gaming and Shazam other teams, current support player of the Apes Imps. You may know him as Fun. It's Jason. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm just ready to cast these games. I think these two teams are pretty talented, so I want to see how they draft. I'm super interested to see.
Yeah, we're looking at a upper bracket playoff matchup. We have Sheeesh on the Radiant. They're currently 10-6. They were the 2 seed out of Group B. And we have Polar Ass on the Dire, who finished 9-7, the 3 seed out of Group A. And now we are coming on into the bands.
Hey, Pop Quiz Badger, do you know what the A and B stand for?
Group A and Group B.
Alpha and Beta.
So you're saying that you guys are the Alpha group then?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
It could be Group Average and Group Badass, but now we'll go with that.
That's a good point. Hey, Group Average. Right. So coming into the draft, something that is really notable is this Death Prophet ban. I'm not sure if Polar Ass checked the Discord with me flaming them like 10 seconds ago, but yeah, this is a good ban against Sheesh. They play DP super well. They also play Magnus 5 really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting a mag pick. If not on first pick, perhaps second. Winter Wyvern is in the pool though, so I think you might have to either ban out Winter Wyvern or pick it. So it doesn't work well. Can you have a mag against a Winter Wyvern, Jason, even if it's 5 mag?
So the trick with Mag against Winter Wyvern is that Wyvern's typically good in team fights versus Mag, but Magnus enables your carry to just farm the map just way more efficiently. So it doesn't really matter if you win the team fights if your carry is just gonna be 6k ahead of the enemy. So I think Wyvern is an okay counter to Mag, but I think high tempo is gonna be better usually against Mag.
Gotcha. And we're seeing Hoodwink and Lion come out. These are super good single target burst heroes that have a lot of AoE and CC. Essentially the same hero, especially when they're being run from pause 5.
Mm-hmm. I really like the Hoodwink just as an opener, just because Break is so much value right now in the meta. Because I don't know how much damage it does. It's just a finger of death's worth of damage, and then scales even higher after. I think
it's pretty pog.
Yeah,
and the Filsky Doom coming out. Oh, poor Filsky. He gets his hero always first picked.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, the Doom, the LC. Do we like this TD into Doom? I think it's a.
And what do you think?
Well, so when you're Terrorblade, if you get doomed while you're you've meted, you don't really care. You're like, whatever. You're kind of like a DK, you're kind of like a Viper. You're just gonna click people down if you're doomed. It's not a big deal. But before meta pops, then it's fucking scary. Then you're like, I gotta get the hell out of here, and you start running. You are denying Sunder and a couple of your illusions, but typically before you enter a team fight, you are you're gonna meta, you're gonna pop your Manta, you're gonna pop your illusion, and you get doomed. Mm-hmm. Not a big deal. So I don't like the Doom into the Terrorblade because normally when you gank a TB, you initiate on him, you're gonna kill him anyways. Doesn't matter if he could get his shit off. Only when he's super far ahead is that Sunder gonna actually turn the fight. So either you get on top of him or you don't. I don't know. So I like this Terrorblade pick here. I think it is smart. It also just slaps the shit out of Doom, especially when Doom had 0 armor. Now that he has 5 base armor, not that bad.
So I think when you pick Doom like this, Doom is just traditionally really good in Dota, across most of the meta, because across most metas is just because you Doom a hero, and usually it's an important core hero, and they're just instantly 4v5. But the issue here is from what you were saying, you'll Doom the Terrorblade, but it doesn't matter. So what's going to happen is that Polar Ass needs to. I'd like to see them construct their draft in a way to where they can actually hit towers. Because if you look at their lineup right now, it's Lion Doom, like really not great at pressuring the map, like very level dependent.
Yeah, let's take that space away. Take that space away from the TB. That's one way to deal with these hyper farmers is make sure they just don't have creep camps.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an interesting stat. Terrorblade this season played by KU is 100% win rate. Terrorblade played by anyone not named KU is a 14% win rate. Just for context, for Terrorblade stats and lads this season.
Yeah, I contributed to that.
I know. I was there.
Very sad. The Winter Wyvern coming out, though, which is an okay counter to TV. Like, it's a counter to TV's teammates, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. If Hoodwink... So the issue is that Hoodwink is going to be next to the Terrorblade for when they initiate fights, because if he pops meta, I think there's a lot of times, just like in my head, where I've seen the Winter Wyvern just curse a Hoodwink next to her Terrorblade, and she just instantly pops.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times.
One thing to note before the draft moves on, I do like Sheesh's bans. I think these are like really good. Maybe not the Timbersaw so much, but like the Faceless Void and the Zeus. Those are such good counters against the TV. But there's still a couple heroes like Sniper, like those really like far back, like Invoker, these backline, like really big damage dealing mids. I think those are the biggest counter to TV. So interesting to see if this Winter Wyvern Doom is going to be able to protect the strong backline DPS. Okay. Just securing the Terrorblade's lane.
Should be a relatively interesting lane to watch, actually, because obviously Doom and what we're assuming is a Lion wants to ideally make TB's lane difficult, but this Undying Girl can very easily trade in this lane, it seems.
Yeah, you can bully the shit out of them. If it's Hoodwink... Wait, no. Winter Wyvern? No. PL? Okay. I'm scared for Sheesh now. This is probably... This is a great Phantom Lancer game. It's super good against TV, super good against Undying, because the illusions, for some reason, counts as real attacks on the Tombstone. So the Tombstone, it will just evaporate in these team fights.
5 seconds remaining.
It's interesting the way Dire are approaching this draft, because we thought to take away TB space, and they're thinking more about having the matchup counter and de-pushing waves. So I guess they're trying to... They're essentially, they're all in with this PL. So now that he's countered against the Sand King, we'll see how well he does, because if Polar Ass don't get their PL off the ground, I think it's going to be very difficult in this game.
See, I think the Doom kind of counters the Sand King, though. So now Doom has a pretty easy job this game, is just protect the Sand King by... just protect the PL by dooming Sand King.
Sure, yeah, sure. If he can find it, yeah, but it's going to be very difficult, because what's going to happen, he's going to epi in first. So what Polar Ash needs to do in an ideal situation is that they have vision of the Sand King, Doom goes in, and Doom's the Sand King. You're right, if they do that, it's gonna be like it's lights out for Radiant.
Polar Ass needs a vision hero to find the Sand King, and they need like a front line, because they don't really have anybody who's front line. I mean, maybe you think the PL wants to have a heart. So, like, I don't know any vision frontline heroes. Like, Core Clockwork. I guess Visage is kind of that. Like, it's...
Whole City does play it as well, potentially.
So, Visage is not terribly good against a Terrorblade?
I like the Batrider ban. It's that provides vision and initiation to Sand King. There's also just the high mobility heroes that will give you vision, just like running in. It's like Void Spirit, Puck, Curse Spirit, the Ember Spirit, all the spirits.
I'm not sure Hull's super comfortable on the spirits. I think he has definitely an odd hero pool. I would say Pango is actually, if it's still left in the pool, looks like a good Pango game for me. It's good against...
It was first phase banned.
First phase, yeah. Right,
I love that band, by the way. Whole City is a great. He's a good Pango. I have a question too, by the way. Is who's their mid player for Polar Ass? Is it Hull again, or is it someone else?
It's Hull again.
Polar Ass?
That's Hull. Okay.
They're running Sane, Hull, Filsky, Cello, Chupacabras in that order.
Okay.
Dude, maybe go Quap here on for. Actually, one of the biggest Terrorblade counters is Phantom Lancer. So Sheesh do not own the last pick. Sorry, not Phantom Lancer. I meant Arc Warden.
Dire needs a tempo hero. Dire's draft is super greedy. They need some kind of tempo hero to like carry, like not to carry them in the early to mid game because they're not going to win early mid game, but they need something to sustain themselves into the late game, like mid late game.
Mhm.
So any kind of like mid game hero. I love the Clockwork suggestion. Like Clockwork offlane would be. Well, I guess it's a Doom offlane, so they have to pick their mid.
You could
So,
go Doom mid, I guess, but
yeah, Doom mid is okay. It gives them the opportunity to pick a hero in the offlane that's probably better suited against Terrorblade. I'd say
no,
that.
Underlord isn't that bad. Like if you want to Underlord 3 or even Underlord mid here, if it's reasonable,
Yeah,
like why not?
sure. I like it better than the Doom
Yeah.
offlane.
It lanes super good into Terrorblade, and it Undying's sort of like it can bully it. Undying can bully Terrorblade. Sorry, fuck, took Lord out. Your names are hard, dude.
Sheesh are trying to decide what they want to do with their mid here. If they want
5
another
seconds
counter,
left.
I would assume another counter to PL.
Sure.
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
it. There's not. It's a generic. It doesn't lose lane. Like I think you basically have to go Viper for. No, wait. Lena's even good versus Viper. Dude, I'm telling you, Arc Warden. I would strongly consider Arc Warden if Paul can play it.
Mm-hmm. Anything high tempo, just to make the game a lot more smoother for them in the
Yeah.
early and mid game. Just anything high tempo.
Now you need a lot here. Like, how do you catch this Lena? How do you kill her?
Puck is banned, Bats banned.
Storm is an awful matchup into Lena and lane as well, so that's not really an option.
Right.
Maybe Void Spirit, but hero does not feel that good this patch right now.
No, I agree. I agree that it's not good this patch. Like Ember would be okay if you are a great Ember player.
Ember's banned. So.
Never mind.
I need a corner in the counter of the screen. Number of times DOS suggests the band hero. I think we're up to 3 now.
Really good Zeus game for Polar.
I'm calling it. Let's go Tiny. Let's go, boys.
You think Tiny?
What's up with Tiny? Yeah, let's go.
Sounds fun. That's for damn sure.
I would say Wind Ranger, if anything.
I like the Tiny because it gives you instant burst against their Lena mid, and it's really difficult. And then you get to because you don't want to team fight into Sheesh like Radiant's lineup. You do not want to team fight. So once you get this like super high burst damage mid, you can just like instantly take the fight. And then take axe. Okay.
Well then. Is that a mid Doom or a mid Axe then?
I would assume mid.
Mid Axe.
I was
okay.
wrong.
Mid axe.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be good versus Terrorblade. It's gonna be good versus 3 out of 5 of the heroes.
I don't know.
Is it enough?
The problem I see with Dire's lineup is that they have all of these core matchups that are super good against Radiant, but they have nothing to like defend themselves against any of the pressures. So it's like if they can make it past the early and mid game without being down like 6 or 7k and also not losing Roche, because Radiant have control of Roche. There's no way that they're going to be able to fight into Sand King Undying too. So if Dire can come out even in the lanes and then fight at Roche, and they at least take a team fight, I think they'll be able to.
These sets. Dire's winning the set battle. Badger, you backing me up here?
I think I agree on that one actually.
Look at the lion.
There's a lot of really like flashy cosmetics though in this game. Look at this Lena. It's almost like a Phoenix set almost.
Caca.
She's literally on her Phoenix cosplay right now.
Hoodwink and Sand King are naked. What the fuck? Hoodwink, I don't think has any cosmetics.
And we're seeing Axe is disarmed as well. He lacks his namesake right now.
Axe has no axe, weird guy.
But he has a cool hat. Is Winter Wyvern naked? I can't tell. No, I don't think so.
No, she's got the stuff.
Yeah. Doom looks cool though. Man, there's so many cool Doom sets. Do we care about predictions? Do we care about our opinions on who's gonna win?
Go for it.
I'm always wrong. I would say Sheesh wins this matchup.
Okay.
Like,
I'll say Dire.
You think, yeah?
I'll say Dire.
I'm siding Radiant. I think I like this Radiant concept. I think letting KU Terrorblade happen is always a bad idea. It's quite scary.
I like Dire's lineup because of this axe pick. I think what's gonna happen is that this axe is gonna pop off. Let's see.
Okay.
Alright then, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of a best of 3 playoff matchup between Sheeesh, currently on the Radiant, and Polar Ass, currently on the Dire. If you're curious about who's playing what, it's on your screen right here, right now. I'm joined tonight by the one and only Doss and the one and only Fun. And hopefully we had a good, nice, happy, and productive best of 3. Not too much all chatting or anything, hopefully, but it's given its whole city in the game, it's a good chance there's a number of all chat incidents in our future.
Now, have you muted the Dire yet? Or are you letting the chat wheel spam through, Badger?
I've got nobody muted yet, but we'll see how it goes. I like to have, because sometimes it's good to catch the things you see in the all chat. Because, like, say if I had Smiley, for example, muted, right? I would have missed out on some sick drama in the last years I had with him minutes. And then, you get to miss out on the fun times there. Like, you're seeing right now, your whole city is putting some weeb shit in the chat right now. I'd be missing that if I had him muted.
I like Whole City's tag as well.
Yeah, whole city is, how do I put it? Some kind of degenerate, but what are you gonna do sometimes?
Some kind of degenerate.
That's fired. I mean, it's not a shot fired. It is an objective observation of a person.
Where's he from? He's from, I don't know the states, but I think he's from Illinois, right?
Maybe he is. I know there's a couple players that live near Chicago. And you might be
have you seen that movie, Ready Player One?
I never have, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess for the 4 people in chat, remember the trailer park? I feel like that's where Hull City lives.
Yeah, we're up to 9 now. We're getting there. That's like to slowly filter in a little bit at a time, you know.
They trickle in. I'm sure that DOS isn't helping you.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of DOS fans out there. At least 3 of them. You know, your parents and Karan. You got your parents, your mom, your dad, and Karan. That's 3 whole fans.
Nice.
I mentioned the rest of your teammates, but I'm not sure if Skater actually likes you. So
no, 100% does not. He doesn't even watch DOS10, dude. Doesn't watch DOS10.
Imagine not watching DOS10. I can't always watch it live, but I try to make sure you get the VODs. You know, it's always a fun time. Get my man Bulljack's in there too. Big Bulljack's fan there.
Wait, did I upload it to YouTube this week?
I don't think you did actually.
Oh shit! I'll do that now.
Alright, apparently we are back in the action. It's funny because before I was watching this, I was watching Killer Karate Cast's League 4 matchup, and those same issues, a lot of pausing. Apparently Sasquatch forgot to turn his VPN off, so that was a bit of an issue. But luckily we are here. We are in the game. We have some...
He has a VPN on? Like, is that for work?
I didn't ask.
Let's... 6. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Okay, yeah, I'll put legal ads. I'm gonna export it now.
I'm not close enough to Sasquatch testing. Hey, Sasquatch, why do you have your VPN on?
Yeah.
Could be.
Is that NordVPN or is it a work VPN?
Once again, you have to ask him on that one.
Yeah. So like, I have a work VPN, but it's on my work laptop. They wouldn't let me. Actually, they forced me to remove it off of my home PC.
Very sad.
Yeah, very sad. So, it actually sucks a lot. I won't get into it because.
At least they let you use your Adobe Creative License at home still. Imagine them telling you, no, you cannot use After Effects. It's work
they
property.
don't even know that I have it.
Well, so if you probably told them, they wouldn't be happy, even though it cost them nothing.
I use it for work like once a year, and that's good enough for them. They're like, yeah, sure, we'll pay the $3,000 or whatever it is.
Nothing too shocking at the horn this time. Sonic God actually is walking up for the rune, but Malefic is there, so there'll be no grabs happening.
You know, I only like doing that move on heroes with like night vision. So like Luna and Slark. It's the only time I feel really comfortable doing it. I mean, because you see, here's the result. Like, this is not worth it.
He's very slowly... Is he dead here?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes, yeah, Bushwhack's up now. He can just burrow into Bushwhack or something.
Yeah, 100%. I mean...
Unless there's a dodge with Doppel. He has not skilled yet on PL, so...
Okay.
Bushwhack is there,
You
but...
just didn't want to kill him?
Okay, Burrow's up.
Oh, we're still going.
Will they find
now
it?
we got the Burrow Strike level 1 though, without the first blood. So let's go. That's an epic gamer move from Sonic out here, baiting out the Burrow Strike level 1.
You never know. Sometimes might be something crazy and wild happening soon.
All right, whole city's gonna get. I think he's gonna be at level 4 by the time Lena's level 6.
Jesus,
That's my prediction.
it's not very good.
It's just not. Unless Hull knows something I don't.
Considering it was the 24 pick, I'm guessing he knows something, right? Right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe. Anything standing out to you, Jason?
I think what's gonna happen is that the reason why I really like this axe pick is because he has the same farming utility as Elite. So like you don't really want to pick a hero that'll just like go body to body with Alina because obviously she's gonna win her lane with her stun and she's gonna grief your creeps with her mana. So it's like having this passive ability to just farm the jungle or like clear stacks against Alina, I think is like really good. Just in general.
So you're thinking it's outside of the lane, not necessarily in the lane?
Yeah, not in the lane. But I don't think he's gonna fall behind in net worth. I don't think so. Like he's gonna lose the lane, but he's gonna be able to farm the jungle. I think it's gonna be okay.
By your logic, would an Alchemist have been a better pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They should have picked Alchemist.
Yeah, no, that would have been really interesting if we thought.
No, I'm kidding.
I am deathly scared
once
of
he gets
missing
his
first
Vanguard,
blood
he's
right
fine.
now. I am so deathly scared of missing first blood.
Alright. I'll be on First Blood, dude.
These supports are playing with fire in both the side lanes. I'm like having from side lane to side lane. Like, alright, don't miss Undying dying bottom lane. Don't miss Wyvern dying top lane. And as I say, the both things are happening, by the way. Both of them are happening. It's just...
Yeah, no, Undying's fine. Undying's fine.
That's why I have not... That's why I'm saying literally
Fire.
nothing for the last, like, 3 minutes. Like, alright, don't miss the first blood. I'll get memed by the Twitch chat if I miss the first blood again. Usually I'm good with catching kills. This is the first blood, you know. Sometimes it's, just miss first blood somehow.
It's a skill, right? It's a skill. Mid lane, First Blood coming up.
Not this time. Not yet, at least. Perhaps
Yeah,
in the near
mid
future.
lane. He's like in 1 second, he's gonna die. Oh shit.
He's very low right now. He's one more spell, which is a little bit of lack of mana right now. Actually, Lina's enough for Dragon Slave again. It's possible.
Hull has the bottle though.
There's still
Undying
not dying bottom lane, but he will be a-okay for now.
Oh,
Meta
shit.
was
The
used by
Lion's dead.
Chibi. Lion's fine. Lion's a-okay. Mid lane,
Is Hull
though.
dead? Hull's dead.
He's almost dead. Needs a few more
Oh
hits,
my
but did not have it. Back to top lane, just on there on triple coverage. The Bushwhack was missed, actually, so there's no kill quite yet on Wyvern. They're going to keep hitting with that hits from the Hoodwink, but Acorn Shot is there. They're diving the tower, but it's still short on damage. There is no first blood. Hopefully a little bit longer. Keyword is a little bit. I'm assuming it's very, very soon, the rate we're going. All 3 lanes could be first blood. Top lane, they're going for a Malefic, the Doppelon in, looking for that man with the Burrow is there. Onto Sonic, actually missed, I believe. Bushwhack is there, Sonic is searching, Acorn Shot is there, hits both. But there is no kill quite
Bottom
yet
TB?
still. Bottom lane, TB is in danger, but it's a heal there, sold from KTA. And now they're running, perhaps for KTA, if that man actually has Mango still, and stick charges. They're diving. But on top lane, the first blood's there on Sonic. Meanwhile, bottom lane, KTA is the trade. So 1-for-1
So
across the lanes, and I told you I would miss it.
Dude, we
Damn
got
it.
Jabane in bottom, dude.
Damn it. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I caused one of the kills at least.
Lane's not going too well for the Dire, but I think that's kind of like, I think Polar Ass is okay with losing lanes. They're not like, you know, they don't live and die by the lane.
Mm-hmm. I think their goal is to just go even, and in the laning phase.
Yeah.
So, the only issue, the main issue I see with Dire is that they need to adjust to Sand King. I don't know how they're gonna defend towers against the Sand King because he's gonna rush a blink, and he's just gonna go ahead and take all the towers. So, I wonder if they're just gonna like leave Wyvern to just defend the towers, and then everyone else just farm. I would assume
Yeah.
so.
Like PL just go jungle, then
Ooh,
Wyvern
mid
gets
lane,
bubble.
Laguna Blade brings down whole city. Just hit 6 on the Lina, and that man is
Hull's level
evaporated.
5. I fucked up there. This is my bad hole.
I got you. I caught the end of that one.
Yeah, I'm just kind of blaming myself for predicting Hull would be level 4 by the time Lena's level 6.
He's 5. You know, he's 1 level better than you expected.
Not that bad. He's killing it. Good job.
I don't know if killing us the right thing, but you know, he's only barely losing the lane.
Dying it.
It's down by 11 CS, but it's going to be okay. Kalashi is there on Lena. He needs a few more spins. Can he get them? No, he cannot. LSA is there. Mr. League of Legends, Mr. Down Bad will walk away. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Filsky taking a lot of damage from that meta TB. Stick charges are there. Is there more? Apparently not. They're a little bit too fast. Stun there from the Lion onto KTA, but there will be no kills in either direction in that situation.
Now, look at the Doom. Getting this Envenom weapon? That's pretty cool. Maybe?
That's actually hilarious. Envenom the
damage
weapon.
per second 2.
Duration's 20,
Regen
though.
reduction. The regen reduction, that's pretty pog. I did not know it's a 35 regen reduction.
Top lane, they're looking for
weapons,
Sonic God once again, but there should be no kill there. It's even an embrace from the Wyvern side, man. It's completely fine in that lane.
King's level 6 now. Sonic God was level 4 a second ago.
They still have a skill point as well on the Sand King. They can potentially go use Mangoes, go Epi if they want to go for the kill, but
They
with
could run
the Wyvern, it's
something.
not easy.
He skilled it.
Oh, he did it. They want it. They might go for it right here, right now. Burrow is there. Is there a bushwhack? Perhaps. Perhaps not, actually. They will not commit quite Sonic God. The burn is there from the Wyvern, so there is a little bit of damage in the opposite direction, but Sonic God is being very heavily pressured right now. The dive could be there. Sandstorm is used. Now, once again, there comes Burrow, there comes Epi. There is no cancel, but in comes Apple from Sonic God. He's running, but he's being hit. He's being slow. Bushwhack will secure the kill from Malifaux. So good play there. They might even continue the dive soon. Mid lane, though, LSA is there onto Whole City, but Whole City is... He went for kill there on the Lena, but failed on that one, sadly for him. But meanwhile, back to top lane, they're diving once again onto the Wyvern. Acorn Shot is there, Bushwhack is there, down goes the Wyvern. That's now 2 kills for Sheeesh in quick succession in the top lane.
Let's see where Sonic God goes. I don't think he is going back top. He's a madman.
The hard part is there's not much map space right now. Like the bottom tier 1, it's alive, and it's literally full HP, so...
Yeah. Doom has Doom, so there's some hope. Hull has his Vanguard, so he's essentially unkillable. Like, you know, yeah, you're gonna have to use like Laguna and maybe +2 heroes.
Bottom lane, though, they are looking for KTA. Solrip is there, but KTA inevitably will go down. Tried to deny it to the neutrals, but no hope. And they're
giving up with a Venom weapon, moving on to War Stomp. A smoke mid. This is great. Let's go. Let's see the action.
Problem is, Radiant are currently not occupying said mid lane. They're not home. You need to leave a message after the beep at this point, considering Lena is at the secret shop.
Sheesh can read polar ass like a book.
So I think the biggest issue
this
that...
is your ward. Oh, hoodwink.
But I think the biggest issue that Dai is running into right now is that they picked this PL, and Radiant were able to counter it. And they last picked Axe, right? And Axe isn't... I don't think Axe has been doing that well. He's going to be rushing... He has a...
Sonic God is dead, top lane. Burrow, Laguna was there, but Jason, you were saying?
Yeah, so this is exactly what I was saying. They have this counter to this PL now because they picked it so early into the draft, and then they picked Axe. It will counter the Terrorblade later into the game, but
not now.
But not right now. So Axe still needs time to farm his deck.
Too little, too late, kind of thing, maybe.
Maybe if it definitely snowballs like it is it is right now, it's not going to look good.
Oh, bottom lane, we're seeing mass CPs.
They're TPing in 3. Bushwhack is there on Filsky. They need a little more follow-up. Follow-up is Teddy, but he has no blink quite yet. So
Good
Filsky's
play
really
from Lena here. Just sitting, not even showing. Not showing at all.
She's been, you mentioned now in the draft that Sheesh need a tempo hero, and she's been playing very tempo Dota. She rotated top lane, actually she's bottom lane. She has not showed yet either.
We are seeing both of these illusion cores at bottom net worth. PL at 3K, Terrorblade at 4K.
Yeah, it's a sad day to be carried, especially Sonic God. Sonic God is having a rough game right now, and it was a very rough lane to begin with.
Now, funny enough, in this situation, like low farm, middle.
Yeah, mid lane, they're diving for KTA. Meanwhile, Sharpshooter was there on Shadowmellow. Shadowmellow went down.
I think like Peel's better with low net worth at farming because
They're
this
still
like
diving. This is
Agent
not going
Rush?
to work though. Laguna
Holy shit.
actually missed
does
there on Whole City. KTA goes down. Bushwhack's missed as well. I don't know what Whole City is doing, but it is working.
He's doing it, man.
And he gets away
He's
here.
getting buffed by Undying. Undying is giving more counter healer procs.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Axe countered at Undying.
Apparently.
We're seeing Finger come out now, right? So let's see if Lion and Wyvern, they smoke up. They have Finger. They're moving bottom. We have Doom. We also have Dust in Vilski's inventory.
Yeah, Teddy may be in danger
He
sooner
just
rather than
used
later.
Burrow Strike. He just used it.
He's walking away though. They are not in range quite yet. Can
Oh,
they get
he's
anything
dead.
off?
Oh,
Earth Spike,
oh.
not used though. Not in time. Teddy now is under that tower. Can get teammates. Chelmel will ward, but this may be a bit of a difficult dive, given Radiant have a
Like
number of TPs. All of them are currently up. They really want this though. They know.
I remember Doss said this in our games, is that if you have the higher tempo lineup, you want to be defending the safe lane tower. So having the Sand King just defend by himself, if they dive him, Radiant really should respond because they want the game to end faster. So they have this Undying and what's it called, Hoodwink to defend this tower. And if they dive the Sand King, I think they're all gonna feed. And it looks like Dire is just like not even gonna.
And
They have no
just being patient. I would have
Yeah.
gone in. I would have said, fucking dive this fucker. It's forcing
Yeah.
rotations.
Mhm.
You know, during that stretch, though, the Radiant have given up the net worth lead. So
Mid lane
There
Duels
he is,
combo
but-
is there on Whole City. That man is in danger. LSA is hit. They bring in the Bushwhack.
Oh.
They bring in the Sharpshooter. They bring in the Laguna, but the Sharpshooter is missed on Whole City. He's walking away, can't get away. Decays is there. The right clicks
I
are
think
there.
that illusion
Shadow's
would help a
nearby.
lot.
And Dragonslave finishes it.
So
It-
close.
A bit sloppy, but the kill happened regardless.
Oh, Doom has been used bottom. Hoodwink TPing in.
Yeah, Sand King
Well-
is in severe danger, but Malefic is there, and Teddy will not tick down to this Doom either, so he will be fine. Meanwhile, mid lane,
Doom TPing mid.
they're looking. Filski's TP, though, is canceled, I believe, manually. There's a stun there on KTA, but no finger used in time. Don't think the damage is there anyways.
Oh, this sucks losing that tower.
That thing is very dead right now. And as it currently stands, we are in a relatively even game, 13 minutes in. Though Sheesh have 2 towers. If you're Polar Ass, you're down 2 towers, but you have these heroes who are starting to get online. What do you do at the stage of the game? Fun.
So for Dire, I think this Doom. Okay, so he just bought his Blink Dagger, so it looks like they're going for more of like the mitigate the pressure kind of build, because this Doom definitely could have just went for a more greedier build. But now that I see this Blink, I think they're gonna start fighting. They're gonna have this Axe Blink, this Doom Blink, and they're gonna start going.
Yeah, but speaking of fighting, they're fighting bottom lane. Filski blinked in with the
Man,
dust.
battle. That was
Killed
sick.
Teddy despite Epi being used, and Sharpshooters once again missed. Filski gets away bottom lane.
I think you're really waiting on this axe. I think like this axe is gonna really depends on especially the build. Like I don't think Whole City is going Shard Manta here, but he has his blink now. So I think he's just running around with this axe, get a whole bunch of kills. Like there are a lot of frail heroes on this team. Like this SK is pretty frail, TB, Lina, Hoodwink. Like this axe can take over the game with this blink.
Yeah, looking over at Blinks, Dire have 2. They're working on their 3rd on Shadow Metal. He's only 1,000 gold off. It could be time for him to start running it down the throats of Sheesh. But Sheesh, though, are also looking for plays of their own. They have a 4-man smoke right now. They're headed into Roshan pit area, suspecting a Dire side Roshan, it appears.
And Sonic God is out already. Like really out.
Man, I'm looking at this line. He hasn't casted Finger since he's gone at 10 minutes, and that's just it feels bad. Like I'm trying to put myself in this line's shoes. Like I've had Finger for 5 minutes now, and I haven't had an opportunity to use it. He would have been able to use it like
Sonic
twice
God is
already.
doing such a good job avoiding this gank, and now is he still?
Radiant's bottom
They're pinging him, but it could be hard now. Whole City is there. Bushwhack was missed. And now perhaps they're looking. Both teams do not want to commit, though. They're working with very incomplete information right now.
So I think this is the most exciting this game is going to get because Radiant are peaking and Dire are peaking right now. So they both have Blink Daggers and Radiant are as strong as they're going to get, I think. So whoever wins the next engagement is probably going to be the leading team going into the mid game. Whoever wins the next team.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that the Radiant have all these Blink Daggers, like especially on this Sand King. I think the Sand King needs to build tanky and not this initiator.
Mm-hmm.
Right, who's going to frontline?
Found the fight. They blink on into Malefic, but there's a two-man pushback now. In comes Burrow. The Epi's canceled by a stun from Shadow Metal. Now Doom is there on Sand King. Sand King will go down. Winter's Curse is there, but it's only on the Undying. TP comes into it, but now Dire are on the run. Malefic is low. Sharpshooter is used on Wyvern, but down goes Malefic. Meanwhile, Lagoon is there on Shadow Metal. Shadow Metal goes down. They now move to perhaps Chupacabra Rush or Filski. Could be both. Wyvern is there. They move to Filski. Filski's TP, but it's canceled by the Yules of the Lina. And well, that man will go down. In comes LSA, but in comes Whole City looking for Terrorblade, but he lacks the damage. It appears Sunder is there. Whole City will go down in the near future. Triple kill for the Lina. It is a disaster for the side of Polar Ass. A 2-for-4 trade in favor of Sheesh.
It's Undying. You just can't team fight into it right now. There's no PL, so there's no mechanism to kill the Tombstone.
Yeah, we're at the point now where the PL is middle lane farm. They actually might try to kill him with the bushwhack there. They're bringing the Lina. Is there an LSA in time? No, there's not. So Sonnegat might be able to get away here. Sharpshooter is used. In comes LSA. Is there a Doppel? Doppel's not. Oh, it's barely there in time. Sonnegat barely alive, but they're running that man down. Defusal is there. The problem is, Burrow is there as well. Down goes Sonnegat, and it
feels bad.
It is incredibly feels bad. At this point,
you're Sonnegat, you're saying, okay, let's try and make something out of this lost team fight. I just had 4 heroes die. Let's try and at least take this tier 1 tower. Nope. He gets it down to a pretty reasonable, amount.
Yeah,
that was a pretty big XP win for the Radiant, and that's going to really help them.
And they will kill the Wyvern as well. They will parlay the team fight win into a Sonnegat kill, into another pickoff, into that Tri-Camp rotation. It's everywhere you look. Polar Ass
This Lina pick, this tempo Lina is doing work.
And she's only behind net worth wise from this this Doom with Midas as well. Other than that, she's number 1 in net worth.
There's your Alchemist comparison. If they wanted to pick Alchemy, you just have Doom.
That's true.
I'd rather have Doom
is
than
just
Alchemist.
inflated net worth. That's the thing about Doom is it doesn't do much with net worth. I'm trying to think of like a relative metric. Like, is Doom worth half of his net worth? Like 75%?
I think the problem that Radiant have with their lineup is Lina. So Lina is always such a... It's like a...
Later Undying.
Undying's is dead. Just keep talking.
It's like a double-edged sword because Lina does so much burst damage, but if you ever initiate on her, she's just useless. So it's
And there are
that's why I like Doom. Yeah, that's why I like Doom. That's why I like Doom against Lina because you just blink on her and she's essentially useless. You doom her, and that's a core hero. That's 9k net worth or 10k net worth just out of the game.
Now, do you think Doom is a bigger priority on the Sand King or Terrorblade or the Lina?
Lina or Sand King is probably the best.
Yeah, you're looking at heroes.
Yeah, I'm okay with either.
A big fight bottom.
Yeah, they're about to go in once again. So blink in onto Malefic. Also blink though onto Chillinell. Both are in severe danger. Sharpshooter is there and Filski. Lagoon is there as well. Filski goes down. Then with the KTA perhaps. Sonnegat is hitting, but Radiant are backing that man up. Now they use the meta. Finger is there. Down goes KTA. It's 1-for-1 trade. The Burrow is there onto Sonnegat. Sonnegat will go down. So 2-for-1 in favor of Sheesh heavily. Whole city's on the run. So is Cello. Cello, although maybe caught. Acorn Shot is there, slowing that man up. Though he got that Earth Spike stun off in time. Malefic is scurrying on over, looking for Cello. Pushback was missed. Veil was used, but Cello blinked away in time. Once again, though, I've said it every single team fight. Same winner.
Yeah. I'm kind of questioning this first item Diffusal from Sonnegat. I
agree.
I think if I was in this game, I actually would have gone Hood.
Yes. Hood would have been really good.
Yeah. Like, sometimes these items, like Diffusal, you can fight. You can fight with Diffusal. You can smack people and kill them. But sometimes like going a non-combative item, it really helps mold your mentality for the game. Like if you go Battle Fury, you're engaged to farm. You're not engaged to fight. So I think the Hood would have been a good idea to just like stay in the jungle for an extra like 15 minutes essentially and trying to avoid fights. The psychology behind item choices, Badger.
The problem is if you stay in jungle forever, doesn't Terrorblade and Lina just hit your towers and then they die?
Yeah, but like the alternative is joining a team fight and dying.
True.
Still better to farm. Yeah, I'm not saying necessarily jungle. It'd be shoving lanes. But like Hood, Manta, maybe that'd be more efficient in this game, especially when you feel like you're behind and you can't take fights. You're gonna need a Manta anyways. This reflection ability is so strong against PL, but you can now just doppelgang it. You can Manta it, and I hope this is a puppy pause. I hope this is a puppy pause.
We can check right now. I'm actually checking.
Puppy pause is like, it is an underrated. Like, why can't you pause in Dota games? Why can't you say, "Hey, let's figure out what's going on. What are our objectives?" We should all be allowed puppy pauses. I'm gonna yell at Guam right now.
Yellow Guam, let's please remove the competitive happiness. We need to break this years and years of having actual users for pauses. Just have the pauses built in, have a timeout feature built in. Like, hey, we suck at Dota, press up F9 button. We need to discuss our macro strategy.
Like, dude, in the NBA, you think coaches, like, do they have to fake and say my player has to go to the bathroom to get, like, their brains together? No, they call a timeout and they drop a play. I hope that's what Polar Ass is doing right now.
Well, the difference is in the NBA, it's like a 3-hour game, and you have a halftime.
No, this is longer. This is like a 4-hour game.
And the thing is, you naturally have a timeout between games, though. You have this period of time between the games.
Yeah, but not to draft up strategy. Like in the NBA, you literally have the ability to say timeout. You put your fingers together or whatever, make a T. You say to the referee, timeout. And you get like 2 minutes to fucking... One, there's a commercial break, so the advertisers love it. And second, you get to drop a nice little inbounds play for your star player.
Yeah, that's fair, but we don't really have the that level of advertising money here at League of Lads.
It's true.
I'm not gonna be here like plugging fucking DoorDash right now. I'm just
DoorDash.
I'm just talking with DOS. Like, hey DOS, let's talk about fucking Chris Webber pauses right now. It's great.
So funny enough, the betting site that I use is actually sports.gg. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like I'm quite the salesman. I can convince people to do things potentially. I have some level of articulation to a degree.
Have you sold anything in the past?
I have actually.
What, door to door? What was the?
I used to work at a supermarket, and for a while they had a table like, all right, who can sell our new service? Because we implemented a pickup service in the store.
Nice.
Like, all right, who's gonna sell the pickup service? It's like, oh, Kyle, go get him. I was like, okay, let's do it. And then
let's do it.
A month later, we had all our pickup slots filled up. And I was like, hey, don't come in here. You don't want to be here.
Nice.
And then in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that because we had to fill the orders, right?
Yeah,
this guy.
That's a good resume buffer, though. That's a good resume. Like you can swing that into like maximized sales. Blah 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 blah.
Idiot made his own job harder for the same pay. Hire him.
That's when you just offload. You say, I need more assistance. I need people under me to manage. I brought in all this revenue.
We are back. Welcome back to Dota 2. We are still.
The stack. Say goodbye, Polar Ass stack.
Yeah,
Radiant are playing great.
Yeah, this is a really good play.
I think the reason this is such a good play is because they're taking control of the triangle. They just want to fight. They take control of the triangle. They farm the agents, and now PL is going to respawn for 10 seconds, and there's nothing for him to farm anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what play they're going to do.
Cutting this top wave. It's a simple thing, expected thing from TV, but it has a big impact. Totally agree, Jason.
What's gonna I think what we're gonna see next is Radiant are gonna look to take Roche next meta, and then they're gonna try and high ground. Unless they feel confident that their PL is gonna outscale their Terrorblade is gonna outscale the PL, I mean, he might just because he just has a huge network advantage against the PL at this moment. He
I
probably
would
feels really
not
confident.
high ground with an Aegis.
Mhm.
I think that's the that's a recipe for disaster. When your Terrorblade is like your Terrorblade's only gonna have Scotty by the time you have that Aegis. That's not enough to high ground. You need like BKB, Satanic, Butterfly, some combination of those items.
Oh,
They know where he is. They found
Oh,
Teddy
wow.
at long last. He has another
my
burrow.
God.
In comes Axe with the blink, but the call was missed. But Cello had
Oh,
the
but
stun.
not Cello.
They'll eventually get him. He has no TP. He's eventually going to die here. Episode was canceled by the Hex, so it's tips coming out. Jesus Christ.
Space created.
That's truly a space created.
was that 5 heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5 heroes.
Oh my god.
You're happy with that. You're like, good.
You see TP's already top lane with Illusions, pushing the lane
Welcome
grab this
to
entire
the
jungle.
jungle.
He's happy. Well, at this point, if you're Sheeesh, you're up by 2k. But how do you convert this current lead you have? I mean, you mentioned this is simply go and throw a Shampit and then try to force the high ground slowly. Is that the play you make if you're ready at this point?
You do not go high ground with this Aegis. I mean, like, the first Aegis is a farming Aegis. You establish your lead, you be aggressive, you take map control, and you put up wards in the side lanes, and you just hold on the enemy high ground triangle. That it is really basic. Second Aegis, you go high ground, but we need to get this Terrorblade to like 400 creep kill. As soon as he hits 400 CS, he's probably strong enough to go high ground, and then you go high ground. They should have had Aegis by now, though. Like, they are looking to fight, just walk into Roche.
They find the target, but it's only the Undying. The call is there, but Undying dead is a good move there. They bring in their spike. They also have a stun there onto Filsky, but the Doom is there on Lena. Now in comes Epi. They want to get Filsky. Filsky's BKB though. Teddy is now in the Sandstorm, but he's being stunned by the Hoof Stomp. Call is there from Whole City. In comes X from Charlotte. That finger comes in as well. Down goes Teddy. It's 2 kills.
Go
They
Roche.
pull the
Go
Ras.
Roche right now. Grab your PL, go Roche. Nope, they're hitting the tier 1.
And they will certainly hit the T1 though.
You need a Roche here because Roche is your losing condition. If you let this Terrorblade or Lena get a Roche in,
Yes.
like this tower doesn't matter that much compared to Roche.
We have the Malefic instead though. Earthspike is there. Hoodwink is dead. That's now 3 kills in quick succession plus a T1 tower mid lane.
Well, this is looking
now.
scary. So it looks like the puppy paws worked.
You know, you go to the bathroom, you get your mind nice and even, a nice peaceful place to be, versus in the Dota games where chaotic. So,
or maybe that a really nice like motivation speech, like, "Come on, guys, we can really do it."
Maybe Sony got really had to pee that entire like laning phase, and now he's released. He's feeling good, and he's
nice.
Oh, I like this play. So PL going the Shard build, I think that actually mitigates a lot of the threats on the Radiant. Oh, they're smoking to Roche. Lovely. Beautiful play from the Radiant here.
Yeah, like exactly like we said, right? Radiant's next objective was going to be Roshan.
Yeah. And like, losing this Undying first is such a bad idea for the fact that you just can't Roshan without Tombstone. Please give to Lena. Please give to Lena. Oh, they gave it to Terrorblade.
the answer is no.
Yeah, Lena would have been better. I agree.
It's like Sheesh though are in same mode they were all last season, the end of the season. In KU we trust. Burrow though is there in Whole City. That man is a little bit isolated. Sharpshooter comes in, perhaps at this time. It is not. Yules is there though from Lena. In comes LSA. Whole City will die the epicenter damage. Correction. The right click damage from the Lena. Though
Maybe not
epicenter
like
was
Whole
used.
City. That's well. I don't like that epicenter ultimate. Now you can't really kill this PL for 100 seconds. I mean, I'm sure you can, but
Perhaps they'll go for the buildings instead. They say, you know what, we have meta. We don't really actually need to kill
maybe
PL.
they do go high ground here. Oh no, Sand King TPing bottom.
Yeah, it would be very difficult to high ground with the Sand King not being there. Though they could instead simply go for that mid T2 tower, perhaps. To grab all these outer towers, choke the map off of a Polar Ass.
Yep. I mean, I think they can just go directly to the triangle now. No reason not to. The Dire have done a good job with these obs wards in the triangle. They're like a little. I think actually playing a little, like 2 steps ahead, despite kind of losing right now. Polar Ass are kind of playing like somebody who can think really fast but move slowly.
So they're a turtle, got it.
They're playing like a turtle. A real, like a super intelligent turtle.
The tortoises
Like,
are smart, man. They're smart creatures.
Yep. Wait, no, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Turtles are for sure dumb. They're like, for sure dumb.
I mean, compared to us, but every animal's come compared to us. I mean, you compare like a tortoise to a cow.
Well, I'm talking about
I
in
will
general,
take
like-
the intelligence of a tortoise over the intelligence of a cow.
No, for sure. Like turtles are like most reptiles are pretty dumb. They just don't have sophisticated brains. Like their neocortex is severely lacking compared to almost every mammal.
Stupid reptiles.
They have found their evolutionary niche. They have to be happy where they are right now.
Yeah, I mean they're as evolved as everything else. They're just not smart. Amphibians
I
are
think
pretty
they're
dumb
smart.
too.
I think they're smart.
The one differentiator is reptiles have emotions where amphibians don't.
There's actually quite a number of differences between reptiles and amphibians. Trust me. It's,
Yes, you are right about that. There are significant differences, but one of them, in terms of intelligence, is reptiles have emotions.
This is a really stupid question. I already know the answer to, but DOS, are turtles amphibians?
Are turtles amphibians? I think so. No, wait, you know, what?
I already know the answer, by the way. The answer is no. It's very, very obviously no. But it's,
Yeah, they're reptiles, right?
Yeah, they're reptiles.
What about
Please,
the other-
please
what's
go
the other
at
turtle?
Snow on Discord. Please tell him that turtles are reptiles. He needs to know this. It's very important to me.
what's the other type? It's not a turtle. It's the one that is like the desert variety. What's that one? A tortoise?
Yeah, well, it depends. Tortoises are different. It's not like it's
Yeah.
crocodile versus alligator. It's just they're just tortoises at that point usually. But
They're pretty sweet.
Radiant structures are
as we talk about biology and whatnot, we are seeing Sheesh slowly choke the map out. Now the T2 middle is dead. Then have moved once again to the Tri-Camp. Perhaps they'll go for this bot T2 tower.
So turtles are basically the equivalent of a whale. It's like a fake water lover.
You're telling me whales don't like water?
They're fake water lovers. Like they're really like they're an air breather that spends all their time underwater.
Water posers.
Water posers, turtles and whales.
This is the environment of ape simps. You have like Skater in the game trying to focus on Dota. It's like, hey guys, whales, they don't like water actually.
I mean,
But
I'm sure
I-
they're actually probably hydro repellent. You ever think of that, Badger?
I actually never have.
Yeah. Hydrophobic. That's their skin is for sure hydrophobic.
So, do you think you high ground here with Fairblade? With the Satanic and the Aegis almost expiring, or do you just go back?
Yeah, Aegis. Aegis is about to die. No fucking way you do this. This is a recipe for grief.
Oh, they're
go
doing
high
it
ground?
anyways. Okay, here we go.
You endure the fort. Your Aegis is dead. You die.
They're not committing
In
to the meta.
before this Winter Wyvern curses one of the cores and die instantly to this Terrorblade.
Radiant's top tower.
Alright,
Yeah,
Aegis
give it-
timer,
Aegis
8
is
seconds.
done now, right?
Yeah,
5 seconds. Do they know? I think they know.
they have to know.
That's impressive. I wouldn't have known.
Alright, they get away. Aegis will be expiring right here, right now, but you know what? That's a lot of damage to tier 3. You force back the entirety of Polar Ice. You got most of the tower, and you got every single tier 2 tower in the map. I'm calling that
Yeah, but
successful.
they didn't develop a lead. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say this. Is like now is the super interesting part, right? So Dire actually like weathered the storm from the early to mid game because they're not behind by a significant amount.
No.
So now we're gonna see Dire's lineup coming into effect because they picked exactly for this like timings, like the PL timing, the Axe timing, the Doom timing. There's no way like great. Well, I'm not gonna say no way, but Dire have a pretty good advantage, I'd say, in these team fights now. So we'll see what happens in the next round.
Terribly either.
Mhm.
I'm actually pretty scared for this no BKB thing. Maybe not. Maybe BKB is pretty shit. So never mind.
Yeah, we're starting to pick up BKBs. There's only 3 BKBs in our current game, though, and it appears as though Nonce is currently building one. Simply Filski, Whole City, and League of Legends we have it currently.
Yeah, I also would have bet my balls that Sonic God would have gone Manta here. This is like the easiest Manta game in the world. But he didn't.
Its current patch, everyone buys SNY because SNY is broken. It's like the best item in Dota, so you just buy it in every hero. It's
That's
okay.
why I'm not
Best
saying-
item not called Aeon, I actually say.
Fuck, dude. Like, Manta dispels reflection. you can like really easily dodge light strike array and fucking the hoodwink shit. It also fucks up Undying Tombstone. Like, I don't know. His illusions are tankier though.
These two teams are really good. By the way.
Terrorblade's running into the enemy team.
These two teams are like really close, like in terms of skill. I think they both know exactly what they're doing.
His team's not here. This Terrorblade is running into him.
His team is arriving though. Now here comes the backup. Though Teddy the Blink Stunner is not there yet. And now Dire are smoking away. They know they want to run. Both team smokes though have popped. Both ping out.
Though. And they have the high ground.
They've regained their outpost. This could be an opportunity for the Dire to fight here with Aegis being down.
Yeah.
Jello's putting this ward.
Well, I'm excited. This is gonna be the game decider.
Yeah. Everybody's pinging.
See what happens. If Axe can find this Lina, or this Doom finds this Lina, I think it's because Winter Wyvern's gonna counter this Terrorblade, whatever he does.
The old Mexican standoff here.
Yeah.
Seeing Malefic as the one man far away from his team, but that is a little hard to kill right there.
Oh,
I do like that decision.
Winter Wyvern's also so good this game.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking earlier about how the Hoodwink is going to get Winter Wyvern ulted. You know, Winter's cursed next to the TV. I fear for the Lina.
Right.
She did buy a Lincoln Sphere though, which is pretty cool. Man, this Lina's going to be so hard to kill. With the Grove Bow and all these attack range.
She's even buying an MKB too, which... Are you guys surprised she's looking for MKB rather than, say, Daedalus?
MKB is going to be more damage against a Butterfly coming out of the PL. So if there's any evasion on the enemy team, the MKB will be more sustained damage.
Alright, the Doom is there on KU, but KU's walking away. They instead turn to KTA. The Tombstone will die. The Meteon dying. That man should be very much dying. There's a blink call, though, onto Malefic as well. KTA is low. It's still alive. Down goes Malefic. Back to KTA. He's still alive. Epicenters there on Doom. Doom goes down. Now they buy back on the Hoodwink. They move to the Wyvern. Wyvern has no curse. Glimmer is there, though. He's starting to run away right now. Now Lina is there. Is hitting. Laguna is there. Down goes the Wyvern. Sonagod may be in danger. He TPs successfully. And the Burrow is not there on the PL, so he gets away. Ends up being a 1+ buyback for 2.
That Lincoln Sphere coming in clutch against the Winter Wyvern curse. And Roche, look at that.
Relatively short window, I believe, on the respawn time, but it is, regardless, alive now. Outpost is taken. That thing will be dead pretty soon when it's going.
Yeah, they definitely have enough damage to shred it.
Yeah,
hopefully Lina takes Aegis. Hopefully Lina gets Aegis.
No, they're definitely going to get to Terrorblade. If they didn't give the first one to her, maybe she gets cheese.
Okay.
She does.
Okay.
I mean, TV just isn't a very good Aegis carrier in general. Like, you meta, you die, you're useless.
But to the point you guys were talking about is MKV purchase against the Lina, with the Lina is I don't really agree with it just because like it's only good against does Doom have an evasion talent? So it's only good against this PL. So like the chances of you catching this PL is just gonna get harder and harder as he gets more items. Like he already completed his heart, so
sure.
I would have liked her to just go to like the classic Aghanim.
Oh, she's dead. Bottom lane, she actually ends up dying. She got the cheese off there. It's a huge blink call from Whole City. Now they want counter kills. Burrow is there on Sonica. They're bringing in KU. Just BKB from Whole City against being hit. Now they're trying to TP on Sonica. Sonica gets away. Whole City calls. He dies for it, but he saves Sonica with his call.
Paul would benefit from his Ags.
Yeah, for sure. At this point, it'd be very nice to have this game.
Like the stealing armor from your opponents and giving it against this TV. It's gonna be pretty dope.
Wait, who's?
Ags. So Ags on Axe.
Ah.
It's everybody you call, you also apply Battle Hunger to, and Battle Hunger also steals 7 armor from everybody you applied.
Oh damn, that's pretty cool.
So like, yeah, it's pretty pog. Like he's going AC, but I think the Ags would be better. Yeah, going back to this lead, like we wanted Aegis on Lina specifically for this reason. It's your most vulnerable like core, so put the Aegis on that. It's also a high ground here, so like it's not terrible on it.
They actually
And
may
then-
go for
PL.
PL bottom. They have an idea he's there. They now will see him. Burrow is up on Teddy, but there's Doppler to
Whoa!
dodge that one.
It's
Now,
6 cents.
Is there
Single.
anything on him? No, there's not. He's fine.
Oh my god. That was amazing.
The main issue too as well is with Lena not having the Aegis, it makes him susceptible to actually losing a team fight because they're not gonna doom a Terrorblade once he pops meta. To your point,
Yeah.
like, he's gonna pop meta and you're gonna doom him, and then what? Like, who cares?
Yep.
Well, the tower's in severe danger. Glyph is there. Income's call for call
Oh,
from
yeah,
Whole
he is.
City. Can they pop the Aegis? The answer is hell no, actually. Tombstone is actually a lot. Okay, it's now it ends up dying. Bushwhack is there on Chupacabrage. Sharpshooter comes in, but there is no kill on that one. Now meta is used. They are going to look. Burrow was there, was missed. Now
Whole
in comes
City's
College
in.
there on two in the backlines. In comes Filsky as well. Finger is there. Both is alive. Lena is low. Is there a cheese? No, not in time. Down goes Cello. Down goes KTA. Epicenter is there. Now we're seeing Filsky trading. KU is in. He's now hitting Filsky. Filsky will go down. Doom is there on Teddy. Malefic is low. Malefic goes down. Meanwhile, Whole City may re-engage here. Teddy is dead. Call is there on KU. Aegis is still up. But in comes Satanic from KU. Destroys Whole City. Ultra kill for KU. They're buying back on Axe and on Doom. They need this double kill on KU. They need to kill him twice. The LSA though is there from Lena, who bought back as well. Now KU has no mana. He is running, but has tons of HP and that Aegis. Sonic is there. Whole City has Blink. Is it there in time? No, it's Battle Hunger instead.
close, dude.
Now in comes Filsky with the hoof stop. They're once again looking, but in comes Teddy at the Bro Strike onto Doom. It's a dieback on Doom. Whole City missed his call. He's now running. Yules is there on PL. That man's in severe danger. LSA is dodged by Doppel, but he's still trying to survive. But the Burrow is there. Once again, that man may be left to die. He moves to Lena. Could be a dieback on Lena, but could just be a death on the Sonic God. In Polar Ass, they have collapsed at the wrong moment, and TB will walk straight to the high grounds.
Definitely no need for Aegis on TV. This guy can't die.
That was a huge call from Cole, and he got exactly the right target. So he got Delina without the Aegis, and now she has no buyback. So the thing is, I don't think Dire are completely out of this game if they lose 2 racks. They definitely have a win condition now if they kill this.
Oh, Shalina again. Could it be a dieback? The taunt is there. In comes PL. The cheese is used. Now, is there a curse? It's up. Can it be used? Perhaps. Oh, Satanic Sun's getting there from KU. Whole City is low. Sun God is fighting. Curse is there, but it's only on to
the TV.
KU. Can they kill League of Legends? Perhaps. Laguna is there. Never mind. It was blocked by the Winter's Curse. League of Legends has a dieback. They instead move to Teddy. Teddy will die as well. I think both of them dieback, technically. That's 2 huge diebacks. Now, what can Polar Ass get?
They can get a lot.
Oh no.
I mean, they have 100 seconds to just win the game. That's a lot of time.
Not only that, they have no meta, so I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 seconds. It's not that bad.
And this Aegis is going to expire probably now.
Yeah, it is now gone. So this could be the difficult time to hold. It is a 6-slotted TB, but it's a 3v5. Filsky can TP in to somewhere.
These are some crazy team fights. Like Whole City getting these amazing initiations. We're seeing Teddy on the Sand King getting some great counter initiations. And these like unmovable objects like this PL and this TD just like are so hard to take down.
The issue that Radiant's running into as well is like this Lena is not scaling. She bought items that doesn't help her scale. She went Lincoln's BKB Yule Scepter, so they're actually not scaling in damage. And once this axe gets level 25, it's gonna be really hard for them to take these fights. 25 call, and then they have Lion also just scaling with finger. It's gonna be very difficult.
Alright, so it will be a counter-raxing. The bot racks for the Dire died, and now the mid racks for the Radiant will die. It will be 1 set of racks for both teams. But it will be difficult if Dire want to commit for 2 racks. They don't have much time left, and they will wisely, perhaps, back.
Yes.
I would have loved to have seen a gem purchased from Polar Ass after like the 2 diebacks happened. That would have been icing on the cake. Just taking that vision advantage is going to be such a big deal.
And look at a lot of wards up as well. They have a ward mid lane that will expire. One of the jungle that still is fresh, and one of the tracking is also fresh. I'm sure at least one, if not both of those, will survive. So it could be good for the vision of the Dire in the near future.
Oh, the gem is coming out. Look at that. Pog. Good job, Cho. Now we're starting to see the Aeon discs come out.
Ooh, they put the sentry down, but that ward is not dewarded quite yet. Perhaps the courier will see it.
Cur
Oh,
is
we'll
low
see.
now.
Well,
So look at this. This Terrorblade's feeling really good. Look at his neutral item. Feeling really good
The
about this game.
illusionist cape.
Mhm.
The Terrorblade now going MKB, which is feels yikes. PL doesn't even have evasion. So,
he has the Trickster Cloak, but that's literally the entirety of evasion, I believe,
Yeah.
on Polaris.
oh, is Cello dead? No, he got it.
It barely got away there.
Doom,
Able to, sneak
yeah,
away.
about to get refresher, so that's pretty exciting. So now he can waste Doom on Lincoln Sphere, only to Doom again.
I'm sure it's a better way to pop the Lincolns than Doom.
And Doom?
Yeah.
Oh man.
In worst case scenario, I guess you can pop the Lincolns with Doom, but there's about 8 different abilities in this dire side that are better Lincolns poppers than Doom.
Lincoln Poppers.
Ooh, Spell Prism. That's pretty good.
Spell Prism is really good. I think I'd probably put it on the Axe, honestly. Oh, the Axe has the Illusionist Cape. Never mind.
No, rating gun. Rating
Oh,
gun.
Rating have it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Looks like Malfic is the one who's going to be having the prism. Looking at the couriers right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it is indeed headed to Malfic on that Hoodwink.
I guess that makes sense.
Mhm.
And then there's also a Relic on Teddy. That's a lot of disable for the Radiant side.
I would have liked it better on Lena, to be honest. But
Yeah, I mean, he's liking this Grove Bow.
Mhm.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I mean, it's really nitpicky, but
Alright, the burrow is there on Wyvern. That man is doomed. Does have buyback, though, so it won't be too big of a deal that he dies on that one.
yeah, I'm not sure how much these like optimizations on the neutral items like necessarily matter. I think as long like every hero has cooldowns, right? So the Spell Prism is fine on anybody. I would like to see it probably on the Sand King because Sand King depends on using spells for survivability more than the other heroes.
True.
That would be my logic, and I'd prefer the like right now Lena. I want to help her out with her damage, so I'd probably give the Timeless Relic to Lena or to Hoodwink, but whatever. Who cares?
The reason why I wanted the Prism on Lena is because it goes, it's not only spells, it's items. So
Mhm.
her Lincolns are just going to be
Yeah,
reset a lot.
lot of activatables.
But I mean, next Roche is next Roche the refresher.
Either Refresher or Ags, depending.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
this
find out
PL is gonna be so
very
hard to kill.
soon.
This feels so hard to kill. We need a Radiance on Sand King too, I think.
He's instead heading for Lotus.
Oh goodness.
That is
If Sand King
indeed-
gets level 25, or is this PL just useless? Or I don't
Oh,
know.
The 40% blind.
Yeah, it is possibly the best talent in Dota. It is insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's slow and blind.
Oh, they almost got
was so
Sonic
close.
God. They didn't even know where he
Sorry, guys.
was.
He's had 2 close calls this game. At the
Now they
dire-
will find
Trigger
Cello.
shot.
That will be the gem.
Just curse, just curse, just curse, just run. Oh.
No, the Lotus Orb was preventing the curse.
Mhm.
Might have been worth it just to accept that you're getting cursed to save the gem there, but alas.
Yeah.
Radiant
probably
not grabbed the
too,
gem, actually. Do they know? I don't think they know,
They're
actually.
baiting it. They're baiting it. No, I'm kidding. I don't think that this Aegis is enough to break this high ground. I think Phantom Lancer, once you have Shard and a couple items, I think Phantom Lancer is the best high ground defender in the game. Maybe like Zeus level. Like maybe on par with Zeus. Maybe Zeus is better. I don't know. Like it's gonna be so hard to deal with this like 4-second Spirit Lance that creates a bajillion illusions that are impossible to kill.
And that cooldown will only get a little bit shorter as well. Let's just look up the exact percentage. That'll be a 3-second cooldown, Lance, I believe. Might be,
Which is,
yeah, it should be 3 seconds.
It's insane.
Love this item choice by this Lena, by the way. A on this.
And this, I agree. Yeah, this will prevent the call from. She's basically dying in a call now, and the only counter that the Dire have is to put a nullifier on Axe or something. Then you have to use it after the Countess.
Alright, they have let the bottom tier 2 die to begin
Yeah.
sieging high ground top. KU has the Aegis, he is hitting. But the defenders have arrived once again.
Dude, these PL versus TV illusion battles are insane.
They even have the axe illusion as well from the illusion escape. It's
Yeah,
just
that's true.
nonstop. All right, call is there on KU. Can they find him?
What?
He's low on HP from that blade mail, but they could not finish it. Now he has Satanic. He healed up once again. We're seeing stuns come out on KU, but that man's once again back to full HP, albeit currently on 0 mana.
I was gonna go in again.
He wants it. He knows the opportunity is now to pop this Aegis. Epi is being pump faked. It'll be used soon in this next team fight, perhaps. It's ready. KU, though, starting to get a lot of damage from PL illusions. He once again will Satanic, though, so once again back to full HP. Rangerx top are dead.
Meta's running out.
They're now resetting, yeah.
Pretty cool.
It is, though, going to be a lot easier to high ground. We were mentioning the Spirit Land spam. PL is getting quite close to buyback plus Octarine, about, what, 700 gold away from buyback plus Octarine, so that'll be hell of timing for the side of the Dire to defend. Problem is, they'll be down a set and a half of racks, but you know what? It happens sometimes. Sometimes you lose a full set and a half of racks.
This game's going 60 minutes. Why did I agree to cast this?
I mean, there's actually a good chance that if you can't do game 3, I could probably just get Artorias. His League 4 series should be ending right around now, actually. So
his degenerate sleeping schedule lines up better with that. Hex with the Abyssal Blade coming out. That's actually kind of fun.
he'll have that relatively soon. He actually can buy it right now, but obviously he wants to hold buyback. It is
it wants buyback.
minute 47 on this fine Dota game. It is time to have buyback. Look at a buyback status. Yeah, everybody has it. Everybody knows the stakes of the game. It is playoffs time. No time to make a fuck up on buyback. Every single hero in the game has it right now.
Yeah, pretty easy when you're Terrorblade. Like you have no more items to get. So
30,000.
Actually,
40,000 hours.
Body dumped on him.
Look what Axe just did. He sold his Bashers, Leperhammer, for an alpha.
Nullifier, there you go.
Alright then. It's a bit of gold loss there on that. Pull layoffs. Babe of tea.
Babe the tea.
Very useful. Thank you, Sonic God. Yeah, the Octarine, it's on the career, I believe, for Sonic God, so that'll be there for the next fight.
Fucking Ku walking this tower down.
Seeing KU is just slowly taking damage. Call, though, could not be used thanks to the Tombstone Zombies breaking that blink. Now T3 mid is dead. Hex is dead there on KU.
Huh.
Tombstone, though, is still alive for now, but eventually will die. Once again, return call is there. It's on 3. It could be huge. Are there kills? Teddy is low. Hoof stops there on 2. Down goal both. It's a trade for Whole City. KU is low. Rushers there from Filski. Dooms onto Lena. Filski will die. Now KU still has Aegis. Will have to pop it soon. Malefic has Bushwhack. They're on Lion, but Lion is fine. Now call is there on Malefic. It's a huge kill on Malefic. Now KU is back in the fight. There's a stun there from Filski, but the Terror Wave was used. Dire were feared away, but KU has been hexed. Teddy is back. Burrow there on Sonnet. In comes the Epi. But the curse is there on 3. It's fantastic. Teddy will go down. It will be a dieback as well. In comes the call on 3 from Whole City. Down goes Teddy. Down goes KU. Down goes KT. It's a dieback. They move to League of Legends. He has cheese, but the Aeon is down. They will find that man. He goes down as well. It's a rampage for Whole City. And Polar Ass.
I take back what I said about the Axe.
They know what they are doing. Their lineup is online.
It only took him 50 minutes.
49 to be precise.
By the way, just wanted to say a shout out to DOS for calling that double doom on the Lincoln Sphere.
And he just let it rip. He did it. He's like, I am dooming this lead out.
Yeah, he's like, fucking doom. He's like, shit, refresher, doom again.
I am going to doom this man.
It's actually like I was saying, this Lena pick is so double edged because if you're not gonna win like the early mid game, like crush it, it does not look good as we see buybacks now. Oh,
it's a hard
cool
defense.
Buyback sounds. What the fuck?
It's TP Arcana. Malefic has returned. Base defense as 3. The stun though onto Malefic. Finger is there. That man will go down, and he has no buyback either. That's 3 diebacks. Call is there on Liam. That will be a dieback as well. She dies. Is there a cheese in time? No, there's not. It's another dieback.
Well,
And Polar Ass. are in a fantastic position to win this game right now.
Yeah, this is normally the Sheesh draft ideology, the KU versus 5, but I didn't think they'd take it so literal.
And the GG is called.
The GG's called.
Polar ass! My lord!
High ground is very challenging to execute in Dota. And we see that on full display here. A great performance by Polar Ass, sticking with it, playing very diligently, very, methodically, and they get the W.
Very interesting pick this dude, because I really think that he did a lot this game to hold the early to mid game.
Mm-hmm.
Like he plays like close to an alchemist because he didn't have to win his lane so badly to have like top net worth in the first 15 minutes of the game. It was, I think it was first top, right?
Doom, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we consider the first 20 minutes, he's top net worth as a position 3, which is like very, very good for tempo control.
Totally.
So,
the Midas and Devour really helping with that. Like, doesn't matter. Like you're saying, who cares lane, right? You're gonna get so much GPM.
And we are being joined temporarily by Captain of Polar Ass, I guess, Sonic God. Sonic God, the fuck just happened?
Well, sometimes you draft 3 extremely greedy cores, and then you just turtle until 50 minutes, and your 3 greedy cores all have items, and then you just somehow win the game. Also, Choop had that sick curse at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why we won that fight. It was really cool. The Terrorblade used his Ags, but it like went down halfway through, so instead of him killing the Sand King, he had to move into melee range, and it set up that perfect 3-man call by Hull. I don't think Choop anticipated that, but it was pretty nice.
You guys were struggling early in the game there. You were very poor on the PL. What was it like in the team comms for a while there?
I think it was fine, honestly. We've definitely had way worse team comms in similar situations, so I think we identified that our team scales better into the late game. We just had to kind of, I think, figure out, I guess, how we wanted to play as a team going into it. Or like as we were all, I think Hull was doing pretty good mid. Filsky was doing well bottom, but like we went greedy items, so like I played like awfully top, so my game got screwed pretty hard. And since we weren't able to take the bottom tower pretty early, it made it hard for me to find farm. But I think we kind of identified the steps we needed to go forward with to, I guess, like make the space for everyone to get their own gold so we could win the game.
At this point,
how crucial do you think the shard was, the PL shard, to that victory?
Dude, that shard is fucking awesome, man. I love that you can just press Q on a ancient camp, and then you can just kill that ancient camp and then go to the next camp with it. You just
walk away.
Yeah. Because I honestly, I don't know like what their map movements were like, because we were behind. We didn't really have that good of vision, but it felt way nicer to play the map, especially not going Manta, to kind of move around without kind of putting myself in a position to die. Which I think I made a couple mistakes. I think bottom, and then maybe once top I fed because of that. But obviously Shard kind of nullifies that problem, so.
A safe wave clear.
Yeah, for real. Mm-hmm.
Lobby's up, by the way.
I'm in the lobby.
I meant for my co-casters. I know you're in the lobby, I assure you. I am indeed having two functional eyes.
That win must have felt good. It always feels good, like having somebody go high ground, defending it, they buy back, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Teammates had a huge call. Like,
it's just the Polar Ass special, man.
That's true. The high ground defense. The whole city 3-man calls at the end of the game were so clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Like defending the bot tier 3, defending the mid tier 3.
Yeah. Dude, that Axe hero does so much damage, actually. Especially, I don't know, I didn't realize when he like full to 0'd the Lena down bottom after they had gotten, I think, their second Roshan. I was not expecting that at all. That's a cool hero, man. I see why people are picking it.
Add Manta onto that, and it's like you have like a 40% chance to do 200 pure damage on every auto attack.
That's pretty good.
It's fucking nuts.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Also, the blade mail call on the Terrorblade almost killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually wondering about that, because Terrorblade has such high armor. I was wondering if the blade mail was kind of going to scale well against him, but the amount of damage items that he made it like.
Yeah.
Because
plus 500 damage.
Does it, I'm assuming it reflects the MKB procs too, right?
It reflects whatever the damage type is too. So
okay, so that'll do it.
The
That's
magic
pretty
damage
cool.
proc. Did it feel good building MKB on PL?
No.
No, it never
felt good. It was like, all right, he had the 16% evasion talent, and then he got the Elven tunic, and it was like, I probably could get away with that, and then he started buying the butterfly, and it was like
fuck.
Whatever.
Just go Bloodthorn. Man, he's so hard to kill with that Satanic.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like the Satanic was such a grief item on him. Especially, like, he bought it after he got his Aegis. I feel like if you're TB, especially against, like, a PL or something like that, like, and how far they were ahead, he should have just gone damage items and tried to force us to go on him. Because it's like, he can, like, like, the whole idea of the PL TB matchup, right, is that you just, like, burn the TB down with just having PL illusions run at him, and it's like, he's popping Satanic to kill illusions and heal on them. It's like, I don't think anyone cares about it, It felt really weird, but we take those. We take those small itemization mistakes, all of the other stuff. What a game.
Jason, any questions for Sonic God?
So how nervous were you guys after giving up the first two Roshans? Because I know that they had like such a significant negative advantage. I think it was around it was around 9K. And were you guys ever nervous? Or are you guys just like pretty calm and collected? These high ground, exactly.
Hull was pretty nervous about them taking Roshan. I wasn't as much. I don't know. It's like TB's not a good Aegis carrier, and then you have to put it on Lina. But like we already have Axe and Doom for the Lina, and I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like it's like one of those games, where like I think we confidently knew that we were going to scale late against them, and they weren't pressing the advantage with the Aegis, I think, as hard as they could have. So I don't know, like, especially after, like, the first one, like, after they got the second one, I wasn't that worried about it. I think the first one was probably the worst, because we weren't really sure, especially with how far behind, like, what was going to happen with that, but I think they only got the outer towers from it, and by that point, like, I guess, especially as a winning team, at a certain point, you have to prioritize getting objectives, and they can't just, like, sit the 4 heroes bottom defending that tier 1, so we were able to open that map up a little bit more for us. And since they were going to high ground, we weren't really afraid of them, taking anything too serious with the Aegises.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Exactly right. I think you guys played like really fantastic, like defending the high ground, because I think it's really hard to just keep your composure when you're just so far behind after losing lanes, because they picked exactly to win all 3 of their lanes. I think they won all 3 of their lanes. You guys didn't. You guys didn't fall too far behind. Awesome. Yeah, you guys didn't fall too far behind in the lanes, which was really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I played awfully top, so I know that we probably did not do too well in that matchup,
but they counterpicked you at the same time, right? They had the same pick after this year.
Dude, I need to say something, man. I did not think that the explosion radius from Caustic Finale was that large. That was crazy.
Yeah. Like, that's you even baited him out, like your little escapade at the rune level 1. You even baited.
Oh, that was sad. That was sad.
Yeah, you baited his stun level 1, so the lane went even better for you than it should have, because you can just go that level 1, and like, what's a PL gonna do? Like, you need to go melee and smack people.
Yeah, that was. I was a little bit happy about that, but I mean, I don't think I got any CS in the first 2 waves, so it was like, how good was it?
Exactly. Well, game starting. Do you want to join your team, or you want to?
I'm sure. No, they actually won't be fine without me. So
I was gonna say, do you have any final words for us on it?
I mean, I was expecting to come into this as a loss, so who knows what's gonna happen in the next game. So I'll talk to you guys after.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, then we are back.
The death profit ban. I always want to say the motivational speeches, like, how do you convey to your team, let's fucking go, right? I think Captain America does it best out of anybody.
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back, boys. I'm sure you got this.
Yeah.
Well, Well, for me, though, it's like if you, I'm not gonna do the motivational speech. I'm more of an objective kind of guy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, guys, we did this wrong, and we should do this. We make sure we do this. But maybe you can do a motivational speech.
I'll do
Chris.
it, man.
Will
Captain
you?
America.
Okay.
Eyes up,
Nice.
stay sharp. That's what he says before combat. He says, "Eyes up, stay sharp," and that
Okay.
makes me feel so good. But then, at the in Endgame when he's giving the speech before they go do the time heist,
Mhm.
like you feel that every time, man. Chris Evans with his portrayal of Captain America, the most motivational person possible. Even when you
Yeah.
get detention in Spider-Man Homecoming, when he says, "So you're in detention," like you feel that.
Yeah.
Like he's disappointed in you, but there's hope.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm expecting a motivational speech in the playoff game.
Well, when are we ever behind though, Jason?
I think we've been behind a couple times.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
I don't think it's like we're like winning every game
No,
convincingly.
yeah.
It's
We're
hard.
definitely not. I mean, it never feels like we're shit stomping because even when we are, we're fucking yelling at each other.
Right.
It's
But
between Breezy and Karan trying to get kills to take shots.
mhm. Like going back to these two teams, I'm like actually
sure.
really impressed by like Polaris.
Yeah, they played a great game. I think Sheesh played a really great game too. It's just high ground is so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's just man, they're like their confidence and their clarity about what they wanted to do. Like listening to Sonagon saying, sometimes you drop 3 really greedy cores and just hope you win the late game. Once he said that, I'm like, wow, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. I thought that was really smart.
Totally. It's a unique play style as well.
It really is. Not a lot of people are just comfortable with just losing lanes. You know,
Yeah,
like
lose
not a
lane
lot
win
of
game.
people. Yeah, it's lose lane win game. It never feels good doing that.
No,
but
it feels awful.
yeah, it does.
The 20-minute win is so much nicer.
Because you're just like crushing, right? And you can just do whatever you want, and you're
Like
just
your
laughing.
pause 5 ends up killing the enemy carry, like, and then you're like, oh, like a CM ultimate kills a life stealer. You're like, what the fuck? We're seeing a Leshrac come out, Oracle Leshrac coming out. I'm kind of confused. This is like some pretty next level drafting. This is not meta at all. Whereas Polaras go with Mars Shadow Demon.
I really like this.
I don't know how do these, what's the point in drafting either of these? What's going on?
So I was looking at Dyer's lineup.
Yep.
Not only is the Shadow Demon great against Oracle because he purge once he uses False Promise and it negates all the healing, but it also takes away a save. But I guess they already had a save. But it takes away a save from Mars.
Sure. So we like the Shadow Demon as an Oracle counter. Does it do anything to the Lesh?
I think it does okay.
It reduces move speed.
Mm-hmm.
Bans coming out now? I have no idea what you want to ban. Like, what are you trying to protect here? Do you want to protect your Shadow Demon? Do you want to protect your Mars if you're Polaris? And then on Sheesh, Leshrac kind of feels uncounterable except for like Viper and like Wind Ranger. Maybe some Chrono, that kind of shit.
I think traditionally the second phase bans usually almost always set up for your next core pick, unless you pick a core that's gonna get countered, like that can get countered in your first two. So for example, if you pick like a Terror Blade in your first two, you want to ban counters in the second ban phase. But since both teams have picked like versatile lineups, they're probably just banning for like their next core pick.
We can see the Axe coming out, Axe ban coming out. So that's just, I guess they're just saying what the Nyx would have been really good for Polaris.
I'd say so, yeah.
Quite good.
But banning Nyx gives them the opportunity to pick some spirits, I guess, and other things.
That's a good point.
Void Spirit is great against Oracle.
I like Jug here for Sheesh. It's not terribly good with the Oracle, but you already have a pretty good, like, Leshrac Oracle is not terrible either. But if we are picking Oracle, are we going to see the Troll? We're going to see those, like, typical Oracle pairs? I don't know. I don't think Troll's very good into Mars.
considering how Sheesh played, like based on the last game, they probably want to pick something that wins against Mars because they like to win their lanes. So whatever is good against Mars is probably what they're going to pick. Maybe a gyrocopter, maybe some Razor.
Yeah, typically Razor would smash the fuck out of Mars, but Mars, I mean, I think like high pressure, high armor is kind of the best way to deal with Mars. Something that can out-sustain his like a lot of physical damage from his W.
Yeah. So what do you think they're going to pick to win the lane against Mars? It's going to be one of those heroes.
So I mean, traditionally, maybe not traditionally, but like historically, you can go with Ricky. Ricky's a really good Mars counter, and it actually works pretty well with the Oracle. They go with the Sand King. I guess they like the way they played that.
Yeah, he played well.
I think this is my voice is leaving me. It's starting to sound like
Sidious from Star Wars.
I just turned to the dark side.
That's why I drink a copious amount of waters during the draft. I'm like, all right, must refresh the throat, make sure things are good
Badger,
to
you're tagging you out, buddy. You're in. I'm out.
go. Okay.
BRB.
I guess we're looking at another support here for Polar Ass at this point. Almost certainly, right?
I would say so, yeah. Unless they want to just pick something that'll just flex against the Lesh, because more than likely now they know that Lesh is going to be mid because he's not going to be carry, and they're not going to put him as position 4, so they know that Lesh is going to be mid. So they're probably going to want to pick their support or their mid here, depending on what they want to do. If they pick a mid here, it'll probably be something against the Oracle, so something that's good against Lesh and Oracle if they want to pick their mid. But if they pick a support here, it'll probably get against the 2 other cores. Dragonite.
Alright, then that's a relatively conservative pick. It's a real flex pick too. Could be the Mars 2, could be the Mars 3, could be the DK 2, could be the DK 3. So that is something for sure to keep in mind for both teams.
5 seconds.
And then for Sheesh, it's just pick a 4 hero, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Pick generic choice of 4. Because they have 24 pick for KU at this point. He has a number of good heroes that are not banned right now. Actually, a lot of his heroes are banned right now.
Wraith King, Terrorblade.
Because Wraith King TB are like 2 of his 4 best carries.
Okay.
And Spectre's another one of those carries. So I guess it is, because basically it's like Spectre, PA, TB, Wraith King, and they don't want to potentially have Spectre, PA be banned out next phase, I suppose. So it's just, there it is. It's right here, right now. They're going to respond to that. But, yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Spectre has a very good win rate against Mars, just because of the damage reduction that you get from his burst, and also you're not too concerned about winning the lane against Mars, you can just tank up. So I think it was a good pick. So unless Polaris have a core player who can play Mars mid, I think their lineup is pretty set in stone. So do you know if the mid player for Polaris plays
I am
Mars
sure Whole City can do that shit. Like, he's a former offlane player, and he's the exact sort of, like, personality makes you outplay Mars mid.
Okay, because I like Mars mid a lot more than Dragonite mid, because the potential for rotations, Mars is going to be able to gank a lot easier than Dragonite can. And you're only really picking Dragonite in this meta for the tempo. You don't really pick him as a carry matchup. So to have a Dragonite mid, you kind of want him to have items, but I don't think he's going to be carrying this game. There's an anti-mage on his team, so just having the utility of Dragonite to push towers I think is going to be enough. And just having that Mars mid
10 seconds remaining.
setting the tempo for them.
As far as I know, Filsky's been playing more DK offlane than Mars offlane as well. Like, I watched his, he streams his like mid 6K offlane games a lot. Watch him sometimes. I haven't seen him play a lot of DK recently. Have not seen him play much Mars recently.
Okay.
We are, though, coming into the ultimate ban leading into that penultimate pick for Polar Ass. This is a lot of time to consider a 4 hero, that's for damn sure. Unless your SD ends up being 4.
Last pick 4 as well.
Dire team pick.
What does Cello play that would be good right now? Ooh. What you play a lot of 4. If you were playing 4 here, you had to pick save for this long. What would you want to be playing into the Spectre / Sand King Dragor?
Oh, anything that gives me burst damage against these two heroes. Like, give me anything that wins the lane or any kind of significant burst that can like kill Oracle instantly, kill Lush instantly. Because
Fuck.
what happens in this game is if you're not going to be able to kill anyone like quickly, this Oracle's going to save them. So you need burst, and they don't really have any burst on Polaris. So any silence or burst damage is going to be very, very good for them. So if they have an Earth Spirit player, maybe Earth Spirit, or like a big fan of Tiny here as well. I think Tiny's okay.
I was gonna say for you probably Tiny, but like Tiny, Tusk, Earth Spirit all seem like viable.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you want like a utility hero per se in this position. You kind of want something to go in.
They've been thinking about it for a good bit of time, actually, and the time is now to pick their hero. We'll have to see exactly what they end up choosing for said go in, do damage hero.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer's Undying. What's your thoughts on that one?
So the reason why you would ever pick these really strong laning heroes like Undying is because you have the hard carry matchup. So I guess in Polaris's point of view, they think Anti-Mage is going to be carrying this game, which I think is definitely a possibility. So Anti-Mage is a mid-game carry where he farms Battle Fury and then he comes in fights with Manta Abyssal Blade and then you look to end the game. So they have this very like strong mid-game draft. And I think it works. It's pretty good. AM was already good, pretty good against Sand King. So I don't know if they needed like another lane winning hero because they already have the core matchup of AM versus Sand King. I would have liked to see more, like I said, like the damage because I fear they don't have any damage to kill any of these heroes. I see this Leshrac running in and just doing whatever he wants essentially because there's no risk of him dying at all.
I guess eventually AM could do something, but that's gonna take at least 3, if not 4 items at that point to do a lot.
Mm-hmm. Monkey.
That's a 4 less then. Interesting.
What do you think about that?
I am a big fan of these Radiant side lanes. My god. Seems really good. Well, what are your thoughts, Doss? I don't think Dawson's here actually. What are your thoughts, Jason?
I thought I heard him, but I think sorry, Monkey King is let's see, he's mid right against the melee hero of whatever they pick for whatever they choose to do.
And no matter what they do, it is melee hero, so Monkey
Right.
into melee matchup.
Mm-hmm. And then
5 seconds.
they have a 4 saying. Okay, so. I don't think Monkey King was the best pick. There probably was something better, just because Dragon Knight's such high armor, and there's Mars that can just tank like all of the damage, and also there's Arena and there's spears that go through trees. There's just so many things. There's so many things that there's a lot of like hurdles Monkey King needs to go past this game. It's like there's like a super tanky Undying that he can't kill. There's an AM that can just blink away. I'm not the biggest fan of this Monkey King, but if he wins the lane and he starts snowballing, then I can see it being a problem. But I just don't think like the Sand King is gonna this Monkey King is gonna snowball as hard as he needs to because he needs to snowball super hard to win this. Like he needs to be absolutely crushing his lane, rotating to these lanes, and like essentially securing his team a top net worth advantage of like 6K after 10 minutes.
Alright then, if you are just joining us, welcome to Game 2 of the playoff battle between Polar Ass, who are currently once again occupying the Dire side, and Sheesh, who are once again currently occupying the Radiant side. Polar Ass did win game number 1. I am Badger. I am once again joined by Mr. Jason, Mr. Fun over here, and Doss should be here. Not sure quite where he is, but I'm sure he'll be joining us. Oh, Doss is here. Nice. So we are back then. We are fully ready to go for more Dota 2.
This is like the best anti-mage game ever.
Right?
Oh, 1 sec, I gotta get up again.
I was gonna say, if you truly want the best anti-mage game ever, you need a time machine, though. Alright, Sonic God has come to lane, running at the Leshrac. Leshrac, though, has 2 Sentry Warriors. That man is ready to block and unblock some camps.
You said a time machine for anti-mage?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like people have gotten better at understanding how to beat anti-mage than, you know, back in our day when it was just pick AM, win games. Feel old now.
Right?
Feel so old.
The burning anti-mage.
Now, since anybody can buy a Blink Dagger, anybody can buy a Diffusal Blade and just farm efficiently. The beef you're here, Maelstrom. Now it's. Regardless, though, we have once again nothing too crazy before the horn. 2 runes to both teams. So the same will start.
Sorry, go ahead. Did I?
Oh no, what were you saying?
Okay, so like I'm trying to get into the psychology, like strategy mindset of Dyers. Like I'm wondering why they want to pick this Undying, because it kind of shows them. Like, it kind of like shows us the preparation that they have against the team, and I think they know that Sheesh just want to win lanes, and they always want to have this like super tanky or like super good matchup for their safe lane, because Undying wasn't like the best pick here, but it's best for the lane, and since they know that Sheesh will want to win the lanes in most of these games, Undying is like a what's it called? It's like a preparation pick against the team specifically. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the best explanation that I have for it. I'll go with yours.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, though, no stick on Spectre right now.
Yeah, stick is great against Shadow Demon.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm shocked.
But in this mid lane, I don't think.
Ooh, First Blood will be drawn top lane. Never mind, Decay is used. Won't be quite yet. Needs 2 more hits and will only get. Oh, never mind. Decay expired. First Blood is drawn by Malefic top lane on Chupacabra.
What? Wow.
It's very fortunate timing.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I don't think the Monkey King versus Mars matchup is like super unfavorable to Mars. So it's having this matchup. I don't think is going to be like that much of a problem for Mars. To be honest,
It's
just because it's just so
All
tanky.
plays is a disadvantage.
still not fun though. Even though you can spear the MK away, it's just the hero's going to hit you repeatedly because you're a melee hero and he's a melee hero. It's a Monkey King.
Monkey King going bottle first? That's pretty fun. I would have thought Orb Corrosion or Boots.
I guess he's expecting to be speared away no matter what happens, so I'd say might as well just get bottle.
Well, the thing is like, so they knew that Mars or Dragon Knight were mid, and they had last pick, and I'm like fairly confident that there was a better pick to counter these 2 heroes than a Monkey King. So I don't know what they see in this Monkey King exactly that's like, oh my god, this is such a good Monkey King game that I can counter like a Dragon Knight Mars, because I can think of several like different heroes that are good against Mars and Dragon Knight. Like I could say Viper. Like Viper's really good.
Spectre is in severe danger bottom lane. There will be 3 poison stacks. Shells actually miss microing, it appears. The 3rd stack though was actually hit, so might need be a kill. Still needs 1 more stack of poison, I believe, and will not get it though.
I think the Monkey King was picked in response to this anti-mage and the fact that there are 4 kind of like 4 melee heroes on a Dire. So like Monkey King, once it gets big, it's gonna be I mean, this is kind of actually like a draft reversal from game 1. Polar Ass have this like 4 protect 1, and the Radiant have like a Tricore with Spectre and Monkey King, and probably this Leshrac is going to outskill the Sand King. So this Monkey King, once he gets big enough, along with the Spectre and along with the Pause 3, it's going to be hard for Anti-Mage to do anything.
You see a lot of action happening bottom lane. I'm following it the entire time. Actually, the stun now onto the Spectre. KU, though, should be fine. Has 5 launch charges. We're now seeing a bit of a turn, but yeah, that's just too much damage for the Shadow Demon to handle there. Eventually, not that Oracle and the dagger damage there. Though they will instead, once again, look for KU. Actually, KU goes down, so it's about 45 seconds straight of fighting bottom lane. It continues. They now once again run a KTA, but this time it's Filsky who will survive. They will bring down the Oracle, it appears. There's 4 stacks of poisons. I'm doomed. 5 stacks now.
So after this inevitable death, I want you to take a look at the denies. Monkey King almost has as much denies as Hull has CS.
Oh my. I guess this is why I picked the Monkey King. I guess this is why they...
Holy moly.
They asked reasons.
This is like 27 CS at 4.5 minutes. And 14 denies? Like, he's getting every CS.
Whole city's not happy right now. I am sure. Speaking of CS, though, you compare the carries. AM is 27-7. Spectre is 7-0.
Holy moly.
I mean, this is Puppy Paws versus 2, apparently. He's got to reset mentally.
Like, I this Anti-Mage was way too strong.
It worked last game, too, the Puppy Paws you mentioned. So
Puppy Paws?
Maybe Sheeesh will do Puppy Paws this time. They reset mentally.
Bottom?
God, this is some really interesting. This is why I keep the all chat on mute.
There is a lot of creeps here. This is like 2 levels. What is Dragon Knight going to be after this? What do you guys think?
It'll be level 4 easily.
Cello's coming here and stealing. Oh my god, there's more waves. What the fuck?
It's 4 range creeps. I don't know what the hell's happening.
What the fuck?
But there ever I. Filsky should get most, if not all of these. Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm just watching this.
As am I. I mean, we're carry players, right? We're small-brained individuals. It's look at creeps getting hit. I mean, right now they're going top lane to Undying. But you know what? I'll watch these creeps. Yeah, he's fine.
Ching.
Back to creeps.
Ching.
Beautiful.
Amazing technique from Filsky, showing why he is now like, I think he's like rank 700 or something. This guy's killing it.
I think he's like 6,700 MMR right now, give or take. So he's doing pretty well for himself.
You know, he's like my neighbor. He's really close to me.
Really? Top lane though, Edict is used or tied in the tower.
Well, who cares? We're watching Filsky CS.
You know what? You're right. Well, fuck the Filsky CS. Okay, I should probably watch top lane again. They are moving this heavy. The decay is not up though. There's no mana on the Undying. Could even be a splitter potentially. Never mind, there is no splitter on the Undying.
You know, maybe Undying is going to go 0-3 this season. Is this
really the second and third Undying games of the season, both in the same 3-game series?
Is it? I was talking about this series. I didn't mean season. Sorry.
You're implying that there's going to be a game 3 and Undying will get picked, and it will lose all 3 games. Got it.
Yeah. You gotta make some bold predictions. There's a reason they call me Dostradamus.
You're not talking about predictions right now, Dos. I would not bring up predictions with your name in it right now.
Why is that, man?
Because you do remember my over-unders post, right? Where we predicted the wins and the losses of the teams. I got tied for 4th place. I did pretty alright. I had 10 out of 16. You got last place. I have 5 out of 16.
Listen, there's one major difference between me and Ben Simmons. It's not that we're not, like, he's an NBA player.
You're willing to shoot it?
Yeah. I would still shoot. I don't need 33% fucking shooter. Just give me more practice. What are you slurping down there? Fun.
Very good question, actually.
What the fuck is that sound, Jason?
What?
There's something on your microphone right now. I don't know what it is, but it's
You have to mute. Are you eating?
No, it's my. I think it's my chair. I'm sorry.
Oh, you need a new chair then. Dear God.
It sounded like
Sorry.
somebody slurping yogurt, like one container at a time.
These fans out here slurping Go-Gurts, yeah.
Yeah, I get the tubes. Oh, what? In
He's fine.
Canada, we had Yop Me Mama. That was the advertising campaign. DK alt form used bottom.
Yeah, they wanted to get the KTA Oracle, a little bit difficult, but instead Chelmo is the target. That man cannot move. He is stuck. He will die. Question is, can Dire get counter kills? Chelmo will eventually die, right? Somehow they haven't killed him quite yet, but he will finally die.
Ooh. Man, Oracle kills look so satisfying.
And Monkey King is now bottom. They've actually rotated the
Going
Spectre
mid.
middle lane to go against
I
the
like this
Mars.
rotation. Actually, quite smart. Although I would have liked Monkey King to go top. He's the only one who can deal with this the anti-mage.
KU's
But
not
this
having
is
a
a
good
very
time right now.
standard rotation. When the carry's having a hard time, the easiest lane is mid lane.
This is a big stack. Undying though will at least leech the XP, puts the tombstone down, a little bit too late for any of the last hits. So slightly off in the time there from the Undying, but still got half the XP from that, so I'm sure he's fine with that.
There's a big ancient stack too on Radiant. How do they farm that?
With difficulty?
Yeah. This is Spectre to go die to it.
Maybe like
Just
bring in
prison.
Spectre, Burrow, Epi, Lesh
Yeah.
spells, Split Earth, maybe that's how you do it. Probably not for a triple stacked ancient camp, but it's doable.
And I don't see a win condition for the Radiant. That's kind of, I think, that's the hard part about this game. Is like this anti-mage, he has too many mana void counter like spells. The Leshrac, the Oracle, the SK.
Mhm.
Like he completely out tempos a Spectre and a Monkey King.
They have this like vision for this Monkey King hero. I'm interested to see what it is because I think that's what their win is. Whatever their vision is.
Sonic God's dead top
There
lane.
you go.
Oh.
Obvious.
Swift boundless strike to the noggin brings down the anti-mage.
It's the classic anti-mage Driga. I was watching that, like, oh yeah, he's fine, it's gonna blink away, and then suddenly Monkey King throws the down strike. Max stun duration.
Taking 15% less magic damage. He's good.
Is under attack.
Apparently he's not good, he's currently dead.
Top tower is under attack.
He's actively in the grave, and
Apparently,
Yeah.
anti-mage just died. I really do like Spectre against Mars. You could just haunt out of arena. Let's see if he. No, he doesn't even need to.
yeah, Spear was missed there by Mr. Whole City. Filsky is there, there's a disruption, I
Uh-oh.
believe, onto Malefic. Second Tail is
Oh.
there, Spear is up in 4, down goes Malefic, Tombstone dropped as well, they dust on the Teddy, but it's also a
think,
Sand King, not an easy target.
KTA had a miss micro. He Fates Edicted one of the Leshrac illusions that disruption creates. He got tricked.
That is a little bit unfortunate, but good news for Sonigod is, well, his team has gotten that bottom tier 1 tower. He can now freely play this little oval shape over
Oh, yeah.
here, and it's fantastic.
He's about to hit like an 11-minute Battle Fury. His courier is currently right over the super chop
Jesus.
for that Void Stone. Like this is going to be a great game for Sonic God.
That's for sure. The rate is going.
Dire's top
Like it would have been like a 9-minute Battle Fury if he hadn't died.
I mean, he has no boots, just simply a stick and a branch, but still, that's a fantastic timing.
Nobody looks at the Dota buff and says, "What did he get boots?" They always, "What did he get his Battle Fury?" That's a real gamer way to play.
tower.
That is true. They are looking for Sonny bottom lane, but that was never happening.
I don't know what was faster, his blink reaction or the chat wheel spam.
A little bit close in the call on that one.
But those are both instant. Mars Arena, another one.
Yeah, it's missed. It's technically not, but it's a very little effect. Mostly just to not die. Seeing Malefic, though, actually has cleared out AM's hard camp stacks. That is something good for outside of,
No way. That's sick.
of Sheesh. They actually are up by 1k gold right now, partially thanks to taking these stacks. Both their jungle side stacks and the entire jungle side stacks.
Yeah, this anti-mage is about to get huge. Like this early Battle Fury, like he's gonna get like a 18-minute Manta. That's my prediction. We'll see.
There's a good chance, yeah. A very, very good chance of it.
Spectre's going for the Echo Saber build, so
Yeah.
Once-
What are your thoughts as the resident Spectre expert.
So the reason why you would ever want to draft Spectre in this game or in any game really is because you can kill any kind of squishy hero from the enemy team, and the only person that she can really kill this game is a Shadow Demon,
Which you can't even really kill.
which you can't even really kill exactly. So going this Echo Saber build, I do not think is going to be the most optimal build this game. I would have liked to see. Oh,
They really want Phil Skinny. They've been working on the fan for a very long time, but he's still alive, actually. I'm still watching him slowly die, being gone on by 5 heroes when he's a DK and he just walked away.
Oh, and they're just gonna farm the ancient sack with this tombstone. That's what I would do.
but yeah, no, like going this Echo Saber is like. I don't think it's the most optimal thing to do, just because you don't really have enough damage to kill any of these heroes anyway. Like a Radiance would give you at least magical damage, a way to deal more damage just in general.
So
I would like to see that.
you would just go like naked radiance as recommendation. What do you think about Midas or Blade Mail? Yasha first.
I think, considering that how Radiant want to play just as a playstyle, I think rushing Radiance would have been okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally people wouldn't rush radiance. We're seeing mid lane.
In mid lane,
That's right.
actually, I was watching the jungle for the attempt on AM. I completely missed the one middle lane, but they went on Sane in the jungle. They barely missed the burrow in time, and then mid lane they just arena the Leshrac. But Leshrac's probably fine dying there. He's a 4.
Yeah, he's a 4. You wouldn't really want to go radiance against the disruption, but it's actually really easy to toggle off. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I've seen you do it.
But sometimes you get your illusion disrupted, and you can't toggle the illusion radiance.
No, that feels bad.
Feels bad, exactly.
Yeah,
That
just go Manta, just go
Huge
Radiance.
stack. Look at this net worth gain. Hit Y, Badger.
Do you think I know why I already pressed? Come on now. Who do you think I am?
I'm looking for CS. I'm not looking for net worth.
I've had net worth on for like 4 minutes.
There's like 9 kills. What do you care about net worth?
I like net worth at minute 10. It's a good benchmark time to put it on. His net worth just went up by about 650. It's pretty good.
Pretty good, indeed.
Radiant's middle tower
Yo, on a good metric for a carry game is, are you like the 10 CS a minute metric? And right now, Sonic God is approaching that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he is accelerating. It'll only get
Big
better
movement,
from...
big movement.
Yeah.
They're going to kill Undying. Question is, can they get more than that? The Undying is certainly dead, but it's only the Undying. They're going to definitely need this tier 1 tower as well,
You
I should
say
say.
only the Undying, but it's the second most important team fight hero on their team.
Yes.
He's
So
only dead for 10 seconds, so it's probably fine.
So what Radiant want to do is that they're gonna turn up the heat really. So Sand King just got Blink, and Monkey King just completed Echo, and then they're gonna have Haunt up as well in 20 seconds.
Oh,
They missed the
Spectre.
burrow, but the arena is used. Now, Spectre might be in a little bit of danger. The Purge is there, so KU might die. The whole city is low. Epi was used. Now, here comes Malefic looking for anything. Actually, yeah, there's a false promise used. KU is fine. Move on to Cello. Cello will go down. They now move to Undying and to Mars. Mars, the more important target, will go down back to the Undying.
Man,
it has
Spectre's so
Tombstone, but it's on
tanky.
the high ground. They cannot kill the Tombstone. They're trying to kill it. Undying will die. Does you know he kills KTA? He's still alive. He's walking away. Malefic goes
my
down.
God.
It's 2 kills
Oh my
from the
God.
Tombstone.
Only an Undying.
And now he's going to eventually die to the Boundless Strike and the Jingu hits from
See
League
what
of
happens when you
Legends.
disrespect the Undying.
Listen, I meant only Undying in terms of low net
No
worth hero with
ways.
low respawn time, but
You're being called out here, Badger.
I know you. I know I'm being called out. That's why I'm responding. That was fantastic tombstone
actually-
placement there.
Spectre is in danger of dying. If he goes up too far, this anti-mage can pop him.
Yeah,
Not
it's
gonna happen, but
no
Oh my
Manta
God.
on
He
AM,
was
but he can do it
fought
still.
back. How the fuck did he do this? How is he third in net worth?
It's KU.
It's KU. He had 7 CS.
Yeah, it's KU.
Holy moly.
It is KU. In KU, we trust the video game here, and it's going all right, you know.
Damn, bro.
Wow, Radiant really want this mid tower, huh? They just have 4 heroes here, just butting heads.
And they've even had a lot of Monkey King there, which is a little bit surprising. He could be farming, but instead they really want this tower so badly.
Yep.
They
Except-
failed. They want it.
Dire only needs an Undying to defend it. Easy. Nah,
Actually, he's not there, so the tower's is dead.
I think this is their 3rd attempt. finish this one.
This time, though, they will find the Mars as the opener, saved by Cello for now, but in comes Wukong's command. Filski is running. Whole City is dead. Tombstone is dropped, though, and now Radiant cannot kill the Tombstone again.
It's outside
Teddy
the arena.
is there. So now, down goes Tombstone. Teddy is low. There's stun there on Q. Sonagod's nearby, but he's low on HP.
Yeah.
It's only a Mana Void from him, perhaps. Now, in comes the Happy Mana Void's there, but there's no kills for the Dire. Down goes Filski. Down goes Sonagod. And now, it's Sheeesh, who are winning the team fight heavily. Cello will go down. It's a full 5-man wipe for Sheeesh.
Okay.
Apparently, Dota's telling us that it can't believe what we're seeing. And what has just happened? Mr. Analyst, what just happened?
Yeah, so Mars got caught out away from his team. Mars set up to defend the tier 1 mid. However, Undying, Shadow Demon, and Dragon Knight were in the Dire triangle doing stuff. So this wasn't a 5 versus 5. This was like a 5 versus 2. Or it was initially a 5 versus 1, and Mars dies. Then it's a 5 versus 3 with Shadow Demon, DK, and Undying. And then it was a 5 versus 1 when Anti-Mage went in to try and pop a kill.
Yes,
so just
yes,
poor execution from Polar Ass.
And as well as like during the team fight, any two heroes that are next to each other are going to get chain stunned by the Sand King and Lash Love. The worst thing that could possibly happened is that they had, I think it was the it might have been the Shadow Demon plus someone else, like the Dragon Knight or something. They both got stunned together from the Lesh, but then they got follow-up stunned by the Sand King. It was just lights out after that. There's no way you're winning the play.
Hit these skills.
Mm-hmm.
Structures are fortified.
Man, this Echo Saber is so strong. It's such a good item right now. Like, just getting like 15 strength, 15 damage, and the double attack on a single item, it's so nice.
And they've decided, you know what? Why not have more than one core Echo Saber? So now both the Monkey and the Spectre just bought Echo Saber.
Fucking, let's get it on Leshrac next.
It's fine on Sand King, I was gonna say, but we'll go with the Leshrac instead.
Yeah, double caustic. Alright, now we see the Dire grouping up.
Alright, Burrow is there on Undying. His team fight time once again balances there on 2, could be fantastic. The Epi comes in, down goes Super Cow Rush, they move the whole city goes down, Cello is low, they will move for Cello. Cello will die as well with 3 fast kills. Though, Sonagod lives and Filski lives as well for that matter.
Yeah, so this is what we call an anti-timing. The Dire walk up a hill. Unfortunate that the entire Radiant team is there. That's, problem number 1. Problem number 2 is Monkey King gets a great Wukong's command, which is you don't always hit a good one. It's a hard ultimate to land. He just got a Diffusal Blade.
Yes.
Like, it was just delivered to him,
Yes.
and then he gets a free Wukong's command. That is rough. Diffusal Blade, again, probably the second best value item right now for a melee core, next to Echo Saber. So, League of Legends itemizing amazingly this game.
I think they're hitting their timing. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing to be winning this game, because I think we were talking about earlier during the drafting phase that they were all in on this Anti-Mage. It's not looking like they're going to have enough map space here soon. I think Radiant's going to start choking them out. I think they're in the process of doing it right now.
Yep.
And what we're going to see is that we're going to see Monkey King get ahead of the AM. The AM's going to fall behind here soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on the playstyle. Like, Anti-Mage for sure can farm more than League of Legends can on the Monkey King, but if Sheesh keep team fighting, then the Monkey King is going to get more gold. So let's see if they can keep up this tempo.
They're going to kill Whole City there. It was Split Earth into Boundless into Split Earth. Down went Whole City. A huge opening they found there by Malefic. I was like, oh yeah, it's just Split Earth to harass that man.
Yeah, this wasn't just one Split Earth. This was 3
he
Split
has
Earths.
Shard.
Oh, yeah, the Shard. Oh, you're right.
Because you don't expect Shard to be that early on a 4 Lash.
Yeah,
You spot it
that's
as a
amazing.
second item.
I think he's doing a lot of work. He's split pushing. He's winning these team fights for his team. And in Glimmer, he's saving his teammates or himself. Great play from this Leshrac. I doubted the Leshrac. I didn't say it during the draft analysis because I was away. But I was like, what the fuck is this support Leshrac going to do? He's doing work. Oh, and an Ags coming from the Sand King? That's pretty fun.
For sure, I mean, Blink and Ags have a lot of ability to do burrow things, such as, say, Sonagod. Or not Sonic God, you never know. Speaking of not Sonic God, Filski, ooh, blinks away in time. They wanted that man, but he's a little bit too fast on the buttons with that young kid reactions on that one.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Though the fight happens to stop playing anyways.
Whoa.
Whole City is there, finds the legend that in comes on, but this could be disaster for the Dire immediately.
Nice
Tombstone
boss.
is there, in comes second form, in comes stun there on MK. 2 are low on Radiance, but the False Promise is there on the Monkey. Monkey is still fighting now, Dire are running, Bilski's being kited, Whole City is there, Spear is there. Legal Legends actually is quite low, Chupacabras goes down, Splitters are moving, Burrow is there, onto the Mars. Mana Void does absolutely 0 damage actually. Now balances there on AM may be in danger. He blinks away. In comes DK. Down goes Stella. Down goes Whole City. Teddy was there with the MP in the backlines. Now they will move to Filski. Filski goes down. Splitters is there. But it's only illusions left to kill. But for Sheeesh, it's another fantastic fight win.
Another fantastic fight. Great Oracle ult and really good synergy with this Monkey King getting the Jingu. I didn't really think about that. He just gets ulted and smacks a couple times, and he heals for a shitload.
And I don't know if this happened in the team play as well. I don't know if it was intentional, but right when Mars blinked in on top of the Monkey King and clicked Arena, there was a haunted illusion right on top of Mars. So once he speared, it actually caught the illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have changed the fight if Monkey King got speared, because that was the initial Yule's target from Whole City on this Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So a really, really good haunt timing, hopefully intentional.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it was intentional because it looked intentional.
Yeah, sure.
It was really good. And now Roshan, right? Manta, Echo.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been Roshan after that fight.
Right.
Sonic God is being brought to these fights. That's one of the hardest things on a carry is to resist. Like, you want to help your team out. You don't want to just fucking AFK farm while your team dies, because that just feels really bad. You want to TP in, you want to turn the fight, you want to have impact. Sonic God has had no impact in these team fights. And it's a really bad feeling when you try and just nothing accomplishes.
Part of the problem with AM though, like most carries with 14k net worth at that point would be able to contribute heavily to a team fight, but AM just has no contributions despite having 14.5k net worth.
Your only contribution on when you're playing the same team mage is your mana void, so you can actually turn fights. Like if Leshrac is completely you can come in and pop him, and that does a significant amount of damage. So that's really what you're looking for.
Unfortunately for Sane, in the last engagement, the mana void was on a 95% mana Oracle.
Yeah,
did not work out for him.
What do you think about the Scotty as well?
Personally, don't think the Scotty lines up very well with the timing that anti-mage needs to go. I like going Basher or Abyssal. It does suck that Abyssal was nerfed, but I don't think the Scotty is... It's not going to provide what Abyssal does, which is I'm going to lock you down, I'm going to hit you 6 times with my illusions, you're going to have 0 fucking mana, and I'm going to pop you. Scotty is I'm going to chase you around for a little bit. It's not the same weight.
Maybe he's thinking a 4-item timing rather than a 3-item timing. Hey, I'll get Scotty and then Abyssal and then I'll be online. He's thinking Scotty's better performing though. There's a Burrow now on to Filski. Down the spike is there. Epi is there. Filski is in severe danger. Correction, Filski is now dead in the grave for a bit under a minute. And Radiant, they ping up the Roshan. As you guys mentioned a few minutes ago, they are now on in there.
Nice. I guess the 4-item time, sure. That would have been nicer if he was hitting his 4 items now.
He is not dead, sadly.
I'm not sure he has the luxury to farm another item. He has to this is going to be an Aegis on this, I assume, Monkey King. Never mind, Spectre.
It's KU. Let's assume every Aegis in the game goes to KU at this point for the rest of the series.
Come on. This Monkey King needs the Aegis.
He really does, yeah.
So if he wanted the Aegis, he'd be named KU right now, and he's not, clearly. So therefore, the Aegis is property of KU.
Alright. Next, can we make... So, Sheesh, when you guys are watching this VOD, can you guys switch names?
Don't, dear God, if that happens, I will literally murder you, Dawson.
I want League of Legends to name KU.
I will cross the border in, the woods of Vermont or something. I will head to Canada. I will find you. I will murder you for that. I just want you to know that.
I hope you do that during winter.
I love the cold. I'm ready for the cold.
Cross the border in the winter? You're going to freeze to death.
I'm ready to freeze to death, then.
Your rage for me is it burns that hot.
Because like she separate team has a history of being awful with their names, of like having
That's
weird
funny.
names tagged up and changing names, and it's hard enough to cast this team sometimes. If you make them like switch KU and League of Legends
Well,
names,
you're
I will be
saying
so
they
angry.
only give Aegis to the guy named KU. Let's just switch the names. Easy fix.
You've called my bluff on my joke. Then you've definitely called my bluff.
Can I just say this Monkey King is a really good player? Like he played like fantastic. I'm super impressed with how he did this game.
Whole city's in severe
See you
danger.
later, Hull.
Go on, Jason.
Like this Monkey King just set the tempo when we just did not believe in this Monkey King. I didn't think he was gonna do this well, and he did so well. I don't really understand. I guess he just knows how to play Monkey King because
Yeah,
did not seem like a good Monkey King game to me.
I totally
He played
agree.
great. Yeah.
I would have lost this game on Monkey King, guaranteed.
Oh no, I definitely 100% would have lost.
Well, that goes without saying.
I know a lot of the praise. A lot of the praise for his team rightfully goes to KU, but League of Legends is also a very good year in, year out good mid laner. I had him rated as the third best mid laner in Lads in my all Lads ballot. I think he's a very good player.
It's kind of like that saying: behind every good man is a good wife. It's very outdated, very sexist. But maybe we should change the saying. You know, for every good carry, there's a good mid laner making space.
Sonic God barely escapes death on that one.
Oh,
Almost dies.
Oh.
calculated. That bought so much time. That literally bought like 30 seconds.
That was a combination
Like,
of great skill and
100.
great luck on that one.
Yeah.
And that is the
Someone-
confluence of skill and luck.
Oh, he's going into.
Yeah, he
Go
knows
ahead.
there's two top lane. He saw the TPs. He looks for Malphite. Malphite has a Glimmer Cape. He instead moves to
Oh, stay away.
KTA. He's
Oh
in.
my God.
The problem is now he's in danger, but Burrow wasn't missed. Balance Strike is hit, but it's Blink once again. Will Blink away. Meanwhile, Spear is there on
Uh-oh.
KU. Haunt was used, starting to die. They move to Tombstone. Tombstone is dead now. Filski is on the run,
Yeah,
has
get the
Blink, will
fuck
Blink
out of here,
away.
guys.
So
Hurry
Burrow's
back.
once again missed two Burrows. Misses fight. Move to Chalamello. Chalamello's in danger. Chalamello goes down, but in comes the Epi. It's into Filski. Margarine is
It's
there
Mitch's
on
on the back
three, but
line.
it's too little effect. Now, Sonic God looks for Malphite, does not get it, but does get the Oracle. Now he blinks into the fight again, perhaps. Whole City is there, he is low. Sonic is still on Malphite. Malphite will go down eventually. Problem is, Whole City and KU are both low. Whole City is chasing daggers, and Whole City goes down. Now KU, being by Filski. In comes Burrow. Filski is still alive. Filski goes down, but KU's
So
still
tanky.
alive.
Oh my god.
They now use Disruption on that man. Sonic God is still fighting. May looks to run the back lines. Aegis is gone. Can't stop me find Teddy. Teddy is in. Is there a poison? Hell yes, there is. Is there more poison? Is there detection? No. KU now runs. Daggers to the side. Teddy somehow is still alive. And what the hell just happened?
Well, we're seeing two things. We're seeing Aegis not being put on your Aegis carrier, the Monkey King, and we're seeing the Scotty as opposed to an Abyssal.
That is one of the more hard to follow team fights I've cast in a long time for sure.
The Mars came up huge, by the way. That team. Like he got his axe, or not his axe, sorry, his shard, and he speared both the Lesh and I think it was the Monkey King and the Spectre, to the
Nice.
arena. Yeah.
That's what Hull. I was playing a pub. I carried the shit out of Hull and Cello from my Pause 5 Enchantress. I went 13 and 3. They're heavy. So Hull was saying that the shard for Mars, it's not about the AoE like damage. It's about the fact that you can now bring two targets with your spear and impale them.
Yeah, it's like what is the stun duration? 2.8. Yeah, 2.8 on 2 cores is very,
Yeah.
very good.
That's phenomenal. All right, now we're seeing a Basher, also Sonic God carrying Dust. I'm jealous.
We saw in the last fight just how annoying these glimmers were. Like you saw the
Yeah.
glimmers from Malphite just basically ruined the game. And Teddy as well as was in with the sandstorm.
Hellfire. That's the item.
He's thinking, you know what? Maybe I don't need stick. Mana is for posers. He's clearing AM, so it's in character, not a stick on him, and now
Yep.
he has dust instead.
Okay. So Sonic God is now huge and very much a threat to this Leshrac Oracle Sand King. Whole City top. I think he's dead.
I'm watching both top and bottom, trying to miss nothing. I think I got both of these here. They go
Uh-oh.
on to Whole City, but Whole City has it. You'll see
great.
blinks away. Meanwhile, in the jungle, they find Sonic God. Bounce Strike is there. Burrow is there. Haunt is there. Sonic God goes down. He has no buyback.
Oh, and on the Undying.
And Undying will go down as well. They went in once again with that Primal Spring on the Monkey King, and well, two big kills. The big one has no buyback.
here's something I don't understand. Why do people? I'm not saying that Polar Ass is in this position, but like professional Dota players say that Undying is good against Spectre. That makes no sense to me.
I don't. I mean, I don't really agree.
Yeah.
So what do you? I don't know. I guess Undying just since it's I think it's strength removal. So the dispersion doesn't
Perhaps. I guess,
help
yeah,
that
that's what
much.
we talked about the other day, didn't we?
I guess.
It has a good win rate against it, but I don't think it's good.
Whole City's
I think it's
actually
just
in
because of the
danger.
tempo power.
Split Earth is there as the Yule's on that man. In comes, she blinks
Good job.
away. That's a fantastic
Wow.
blink from Whole City.
That was
Still losing
crazy.
their racks here.
Yeah, the T3 is dead. Though Tombstone is up, Teddy has to burrow away. Perhaps Dire might chase, though they lack
that
that Sonic
card.
God. Balance
Oh my
comes
God,
in,
that-
Split Earth comes in, down goes Whole City.
Holy shit. The DD balance strike crit? Did he get the balance? Yeah, he did. He got the talent.
Well, suddenly the high ground's even more heavily in danger than before. Sonic God is respawning in 12. Problem is, range racks are dead. None of the racks will die to this DD on the monkey, so.
Yep, that's it. Undying's going 0-3.
Yeah, Burrow is there on the Undying.
Oh my god.
He almost ties there to that boundless strike. Dragon Trail is there on Sand King.
Am's up.
Is missed. AM
Am's
is
up.
alive. Can they
Am's
chase?
CPing, killing
He
Oracle.
finds Oracle. Oracle is dead. He might look for more. Blinks in for KU. It's a big kill
Oh.
if he can find it. But this one is
Yeah.
hard. Teddy is nearby, has Burrow, Manta is there, Sonic looks away from the Burrow, now in comes Filsky stunned there, onto the Spectre. Meanwhile, Mana was there, Malfic goes down, Sonic
God,
blinks
they
back
do
in,
so
looking for
much.
Monkey, but Monkey has BKB,
Oh.
he's trading, in comes Filsky, in comes Disruption, Teddy misses Burrow once again, but Dire are once again chasing. Once again, Teddy's the target, as is League of Legends. League of Legends is fighting 3, Teddy's fighting 1. Epicenter is there on AM. Meanwhile, Monkey hits the Tombstone. Tombstone is low. Sane is alive, but Sane may be in danger. Monkey goes down. Sane once again looks, cannot find Teddy. Teddy escapes.
Hey, you
A
also
Polar
alive.
ass. Bash? No, on the creep, actually. But it is a defense. It is a costly defense. But they only
Nope,
lose
I've
one
actually-
ranks.
I think you're happy being down on racks, especially the mid lane. I actually really hate going for the mid lane first, and you can pretty easily see this game. Like, it's not really hard to push out your mid lane. It's really hard. It takes a lot more time to push out your side lanes. So I don't like the decision to go and kill this mid lane on racks. I mean, you can
Son
take.
is
you
on a
take
journey
yeah,
right now. He's once again man fighting. Phil comes in, the stun is there on KU. Dragon Tail
He's
was
fine.
used now. In comes Malefic. But Splurt is there on Sonagod. Sonagod may be in danger, but he had just enough mana to blink away.
Yeah.
Diffusal was not enough. Filsky has BKB. Will try to run away. His blink
He's
is
out.
cancelled for the time being, but he's
He's out.
limbered by Cello. Should be fine. Cello Mellow, meanwhile, has Force Death, actually. It's a good Force ink learned by Cello. Radiant are still
Oh.
chasing, but Cello TP's Arena. Cello's TP was cancelled. Cello will go down. He's dead for 75 seconds. Whole City may be in danger, as well as the Invis rune, and will waddle on away on that one, but...
Nice. Roshan in 10 seconds. Sheesh had an opportunity to kill the aim there, but Leshrac and Sand King both overlapped their stuns. They both stunned Anti-Mage. So, perhaps the Leshrac should have cancelled his animation. That's the only way I see that going south for Polar S. But overall, looked like a lot of deaths was about to happen. Nobody really died.
I actually take back what I said about the Scotty because I think he's the only one who can really start the fights reliably. So if Avis blinks in first with the Scotty and tanks all the spells, it actually makes it so much easier for Dire.
I agree.
Right.
Makes him tanky for sure.
Yeah,
But that's not really his role. Is his role? Because I mean, I think Hull City and this Dragon Knight are going to be those initiators.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're wrong, but with how he's playing, it
Sure.
makes sense. Like it makes more sense that he goes Scotty first, and then
Just
he's
get
the
down.
one who's just going it,
Sure.
starting the fight. But it makes
Right.
more sense to me now. That's what I'm saying.
99% chance KU gets the Aegis, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Slot's open, he takes it. They smoke up immediately. Something I find interesting, though, is Sonagod's really indecisive right now in terms of what he wants to buy as the next item. He had the Abyssal queued up, changed it to BKB, changed it again to Butterfly. He's really debating with himself what he wants to buy at this stage in the game.
Anything that deals a copious amount of damage, whatever the item that is probably his best to winning this game.
I mean, that's Butterfly this game.
I missed the question. What was it?
I was talking about Sonagod's changing what he was buying 3 times in the last 2 minutes. Had Abyssal in quick buy, changed it to BKB, changed it to Butterfly. Now it remains Butterfly with like 5.8k gold. So yeah.
Yeah, I really think Nullifier is the item. Like,
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't.
just think about what his role is on this team, and then what items do you go to, like, you know, enhance that.
I agree with Jason. Copious amounts of damage. I like Butterfly for that.
I mean,
Nullifier
he has to deal
basically
with Duels, he has to deal with Glimmer, he has to deal with Aeon Disc now.
Yeah, but Nullifier is like the worst item in Dota. Why buy it at anybody?
That's not the worst item in Dota. It's
Name worst item.
Mage Slayer.
Okay, name our worst real item. Mage Slayer is not an item. I don't care what you say.
I guess MKB would have been the best. I guess.
MKB?
I accept that
There's
answer.
not much
Actually,
evasion coming from the opponent's team.
I accept that answer. MKB is not very good right now.
Yeah. I'm telling, like, Nullifier is the item. He has enough damage, he has the mobility, he has the survivability. He just doesn't have the lockdown. So you go Abyssal,
Okay.
Abyssal Nullifier. Butterfly, whatever, it's fine. Good enough.
We're seeing Sane actually has no TP scrolls. That's not okay. He realized that. I've noticed this happen before, where Sane like did not have TP. I mean, he's bringing out dust, but no TP scrolls. This happened before actually. This has happened at the wrong time, of just not having a TP.
He did get a level though. That's pretty nice. I do not think he should have the Trickster Cloak.
Apparently he wants both items. Maybe he's gonna swap them in and out depending on situation. Maybe it's when farming Trickster Cloak, when pushing Leveler, perhaps. I'm sure somebody else can use said cloak, but eh.
I think this is a bait. By the way, this aim is gonna not. He's not gonna scale after his Abyssal, so they need to go right after this aim completes Abyssal. But he might not have time to farm it, actually.
You think he's putting no TP? So he's like, look, I don't have a TP.
That would be pretty insane if that was the idea. Their spear is there onto Spectre. In comes the Wukong's commands. Bounce check that was not in time to Whole City. Arena is there. Haunt is there. Now Dire may be in some danger. They are starting to die, but there are no substantive kills. Split Earth is there on the Undying. But now Dire once again turn with Filsky. They turn with Whole City. Spear is there on the Monkey. Monkey may be in danger. He has a BKB and the False Promise as well, so he's fine for an auto. In comes Sane. 2 Malefic. Mana Void is there. Mana Void not used quite yet. Is now used. Down goes the Lesh. Now Radiant are on the run. Whole City is the trade though. He'll buy back. KU is fighting Hazard. Ida Sane is in. Sane is stunned. Sane blinks away. Filsky's in as well. Teddy is low. Teddy is still alive though. KU is low. Aegis will finally get popped perhaps. Teddy finally dies. Aegis is popped and Dire have Spear. For the second life of KU, Bounce Strike is there. Income Spear onto Spectre. Into the tower. Filsky is hitting. Chill has that Soul Disruption. Down goes KTNU on the backlines to Sonagod. Now, once again, Sane is re-engaged, looking for the dieback on the Leshrac. Leshrac has that flicker. Now they have something to stun on the Sane. Sane is there on the Leshrac. Bastion is there. Down goes the Leshrac, perhaps. Spear is there as well. Monkey. Monkey may be in danger. Sane blinks in. Down goes League of Legends. That once again moves to KU. Aegis is down. They blink once again in. Dragon Tail is up in 7. They don't need it though. Down goes KU.
Wow.
And they've done it! It's not only a full 5-man wipe, it is a dieback on the Leshrac. It is time to cause some serious damage.
How did he die back? How did he... That's pretty impressive.
Mana Void, buyback, TP in, just die again, I guess.
TP'd into Shrine and then
Run all the way from the...
He's travels, right? Oh, he doesn't. He just walks
into the exact same way they lost game 1. Unfortunate.
Well,
a really good hold of Filsky doing work. Has his Ags completed now. This Fireball, this Dragon Knight Shard did so much damage in that team fight.
Here we go again. It's same game, different game, same story, I should say. Once again, it's high ground time. Or out of Polaras. They once again, like last game, open their high ground offense at the mid lane. T3 will die. They head to the Rex. Radiant are respawning, but KU no buyback 40. Malefic dieback 30. And they know Malefic won't be back. They're not. I'm not sure if they know KU has no buyback, but he does not have.
He's sharding these buildings.
Oh my lord! Adds 2 full sets of barracks. Is a level 4 Dragon Form on DK, and they might even have a full-on Megas. They know Spectre's dead 420. They don't know her buyback stats. The fact that she's not buying back means, hey, we're gonna do this.
No, they do have fort. They have fort. It's not.
And they don't use it. The Mithrax are being sieged. They are
Oh my
low.
God,
They
they
are
got
now dead. In comes
Monkey King?
Net. In comes Burrow. They're on 2. This could be
Spectre's
huge.
up in 2.
Mars Arena is there. AM is low. Mantas, Blinks,
Haunt?
Dire are running. Haunt is there. That Chillumelo is low. Chillumelo goes down. They move to Filsky. Filsky is low. Meanwhile, the Shrek is looking as low. Yules is there on Whole City. Whole City should go down. Whole City dies. And it will not be Megas, technically.
No.
Sonic God wants it, though, it appears.
He's chilling here.
He's going to go for it.
Texture cloak?
He's going for it. He's going to do it as well, I believe. Yeah, he's there.
Amazing.
It's full
Wow.
Megas. He might die for that, but he has buyback.
Yeah, he's dead for it.
Wait, oh! Thought for a second he might survive, actually. So it is full Megas. Port aside of Polar Ass. And well, if you're Sheesh, it's running up mid right here, right now for
What a
buybacks. Right?
twist of it.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Is this Monkey King bringing anything? He has a Monkey King bar. I think Rapier would have been his only option to like functionally win the game. But we'll see. Wukong's command up in 10 seconds. Are they going to reverse Mega, or are they going to go for the tier 4s?
It looks like tier 4s. They know Whole City has no buyback. He bought back when Malefic did. So it will be a 5v4 engagement. Tombstone is down. Burrow is there on the Undying. So buyback from Filsky. Sonic God wants to engage, perhaps in the backlines with that Abyssal combo. Haunt is there. But there is nothing with it. Radiants have temporarily retreated.
I mean, what's their game plan here?
I don't know anymore. Maybe
A
lose another
4v5 might be the best chance. I think it's squandered.
And it was probably their best easy chance for a team fight. Now, well, the difficulty, it increases. They are down a full set of Megas and those creeps. They're pouring on in bottom lane, and they'll be pouring on in the other 2 lanes soon enough at the rate they're going.
I think Radiant actually have a win condition. If they can somehow kill us AM, he has no buyback.
He has no buyback.
So
And
if they kill
Anti-Mage
AM
does not
somehow-
like this situation. Anti-Mage does not like attacking tier 4s.
Mhm.
Dragon Knight does. So
And going back to your point, is that they have this Sand King that's like top tier defending base. So it's gonna have 20. He's level 25 now. He's 40% soul and blind on his Sandstorm. So
that's true.
this
With
AIM's
no
not gonna be able to
one
hit the building.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible they literally wait for the next 6 minutes until Sonic got his buyback again?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'm not sure.
Yes,
if,
yes.
I don't think I think Polar Ass is probably going to get the Roche and then go. You can see that that's it seems like their strategy with Chupacabra chilling in the pit.
Does Aegis matter that much?
Kind of.
Especially when you don't have buyback on your AM, and
I
he's
think
not-
AM's entire team's gonna die, and
This
then
is
it's not
yikes,
gonna
though.
matter.
This is
But this is a really good
this
play.
is a great smoke
Radiant
play.
scan, but Dire jump on in. In comes the Haunt. Chillumelo is in danger. Burrow is there. Chillumelo is dead. There's this
Nice
combo onto
PKD.
Malefic with the false promise used. Bilski's now dead. They move to Sonic. Can they get Sonic God? He blinks away in time. The Mars Arena is there with that Tombstone. And disc is popped. Burrow's once again there. This time with the whole city. Now the Tombstone's once again being attacked. Malefic might actually die quite soon. Whole city blinks away. Yules is there for Malefic on himself. And now they're instead moved to the Undying. Dagger is there. No, Burrow strikes there onto the Mars. Mars is invis for now. Back to the Undying. The man is still alive. Somehow goes down, and
Well, Roche is up.
Roche just respawned recently, so
This is a refresher
they're in
orb.
there. Yeah, they're in there in the pit on 3. It should be a very easy Roshan for them.
That's fast. All right, KU gets the Aegis. Refresher on Monkey King. That's scary. Like 2 gigantic Wukong's commands right in front of your racks. Like
Thought Sonic God might try something suicidal, going for kill on Malefic. Because Malefic used Glimmer Cape, actually. Could have potentially been a kill there, but if you go in on that one and you lose the game doing that, that would be disastrous.
disastrous.
Boss, how good are you feeling if you're the Spectre right now?
Oh, this is awful. Like, you're not feeling good. You are not a mega hero. Like, you can defend and then always get into the enemy base, but like, no, you're not feeling good. Anti-Mage is a pretty good counter to Spectre. Like, Spectre has literally no mechanism of hitting the Anti-Mage. You just can't. So you're relying on your teammates to lock them down, get a Haunt in, follow up with your Abyssal, that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you are
If you're not
just
gonna
joining
die.
us, welcome. back is against the wall for Sheeesh. They are down 1-0. They are down to Megas. And if they lose this game, they will drop to the lower brackets. It is dangerous times for them.
Oh man.
It's a very exciting game.
It is. They got Mega, but they just got Roche, Aegis, and Refresher. They're 12k up. I mean,
Yeah, 12k up, but also very much down.
The biggest thing that Dire could do to throw the game at this moment is if they die on AM somehow without buyback, and I think it's just GG from there. There's no way
This
that
Undying has an Ags. I love the Undying Ags. It's so strong.
Undying guy.
One thing to note is I'm not seeing a single pipe on either team. Like a pipe is a like a 1200 radius aura that gives 10% magic resistance. Like that's pretty crazy. Like just taking away 10% magic damage from an enemy team. I think a pipe pickup is necessary for either of these teams.
This is a really scary game though for both. Both teams are literally one mistake away from losing this Dota game. For Radiant, it's a little more obvious. But for Dire, what's the cooldown on the buyback still? It is 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Looking over at the buyback statuses in general, unlike last game where everyone had buyback, this game is not the case. We're seeing Spectre and AM are in a duel, but AM said, you know what, I don't want to do this, I'm good. I
think it's so funny, like, getting into these late game situations. I think both teams aren't 100% confident about who's stronger right now. It's like, if I'm Radiant, am I stronger? I don't know.
Burrow's there on Whole City. That man does have buyback, though. That man certainly will get destroyed. Meanwhile, we saw Spectre haunt into Shellamel. Shellamel went down as well to the Abyssal combo of Spectre.
Chupacabra.
And Chupacabra, she TPs, but he's bashed. He'll go down as well. KU was everywhere in that fight. 3 dead, 1 has no buyback.
Impressive.
And he has the shard as well. If he needs to haunt, he can pop the refresher, return to the fight. Somehow, the team down Megas is taking the fight and winning right now. They're doing very well in these team fights.
42-17.
This is unbelievable.
I did not know the kill threat was that, or the kill imbalance was that much.
This is one of the most wild Dota series I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Good play from both teams.
I think this is the classic. AM is the only hero on my team that can actually do anything. This is the classic right here. When you pick anti-mage.
Sonic God looks for the kill on Teddy. Mana Void is there. The bashes are there. Teddy's out of mana. Teddy goes down. Meanwhile, the Dire base. Radiant are in. Filski is trying to defend. They buy back on Whole City. Back to Sonic God. He's once again pushing, but he blinks away. Teddy well back. Back to the Dire base. They glyph. They buy back on Sand King as well. So now 2 buybacks have been used on both teams. Whole City is chasing. Marjorie is there on the monkey. He does not BKB in time.
He's fine.
But he is not pursued.
What's this refresher doing in KU's inventory? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Maybe
why is Monkey King banned from Roche items other than cheese?
It's a good question.
Maybe this man changes his personality once he gets an Aegis. Maybe he goes full ape. Maybe there's something we don't know.
I mean, there have been teams where I've been on where it's, hey, do not give X player Aegis under any scenario. So it is possible.
That's how breezy is on our team. We haven't even tested it yet, though. We're so scared of that.
Oh yeah, breezy with Aegis. Oh my gosh.
We picked him Oracle one time, and he dove like twice as deep as possible, and he was like, "That's fine. I got an Oracle."
That's a man.
He's 10 million miles. Yeah, he's like 10 million miles away from our team.
He's like, "I got an Oracle. I can play super risky."
The Aegis is gone. It has expired, and now KU's back to 1 life, though he does have buyback and refresher and haunt and another haunt, so he'll be able to return. That might be the play for the refresher shard, actually, is haunt in, die, shard, buyback, haunt again, and then win that fight with overwhelming Spectre illusions.
What? Oh my god. If he actually manages to do that, that'd be so sick.
Yeah. The real play is to do that once you're 30, so you have the plus 32 haunt illusion damage with your illusionist cape. Oh my god. So Polar Ass supports have not learned their lesson yet. They died that last haunt because they were separate. Right now we're seeing Chupacabra farming, we're seeing Shadow Demon playing by himself too. Like, this Spectre is gonna slap you. His illusions are gonna kill you. They need to stick together.
You mentioned Nullifier for Sonagod. He did go Nullifier actually as his 6th item.
There you go.
Oh my, I don't know what he was. I guess he used the Shadow Step, the Aghanims on Spectre to get into the Undying. I didn't even see it happen. It was so fast.
Cool. I like this Ags pickup. It's really good. He was thinking about Moonshard, and then he decided to go Ags. Just means like under vision, you just kill anybody. This lead is like it's snowballing.
16k. I mean, Dota Plus thinks Radiant are in the winning position despite being down Megas.
What's the XP lead? That's really
20k for Sheesh.
28k.
20k.
20k. Yeah, that's pretty substantial.
All right, they once again
mid lane,
haunt on to Whole City. Whole City has no buyback. He's dead for 2 whole minutes.
Yeah. We see Sonagod sitting down here in the bot lane. He's really the only threat. Is pulling these heroes back.
And that appears to be the goal, though Teddy appears to be one step ahead of that one. And he has travels. He can join the fight if it breaks
He's
out.
gonna get a vessel.
Not
Dust
anymore.
is not there. It's in the backpack. The base is being defended for the time being. Shivas is there. Radiant, though, have not committed yet. They're now TPing back. Haunt is there. Can they bash him? The bash is there. The stuns are there. Sonagod goes down. He will need a buyback. It is up. But that is one costly as hell buyback if he wants to do it.
How much is the buyback? Let's see.
It is
buyback cost is
3,000 gold.
How much is it? 3k?
And once again, if he buys back, it's once again a 7-minute timer. It's almost more important than 3k gold at this point.
Yeah. It's looking grim for Polar Ass.
The game state. Down the Strike is now there on Filski. Abyssal's there as well. They once again bring in KU. Wow. Aeon Disc is popped. BKB is popped. Abyssal once again there. Filski will go
BKB
down.
is not helping him.
And now they haunt in further to the Undying. Undying has assumed some. That man is bashed. He's being run down. Solar is there, but they have a stun there from the Leshrac. In comes Sonagod though. Is brought back. So is Filski. Now Radiant are leaving. And this game continues. Whole City's dieback apparently won't be that big of a deal. He respawns in 30, and Radiant will not break high ground before that time. So the game state continues, except suddenly Sheesh have a 27k net worth lead.
I think Refresher should have a. I think Spectre should buy a Refresher in the backpack rather than go for this Moonshard. I think it's a. I think your 7th item should almost always be a Refresher.
I agree.
But I'm loving this Shadow Step on the Spectre. I would have really loved to see it with the new Arcana though. So, negative style points for KU.
I think this is the most effective I've ever seen it in a competitive match.
Totally. Like, just defending this Mega Creeps. Like, apparently Spectre's the best Mega Creep hero.
She's also going to get level 30 soon, so
yeah,
like, this is going to be no joke.
Big deal.
We said it earlier, it's in KU we trust. And apparently, the trust is paying off. It is paying dividends right now.
Dividends. This is some fucking compound interest here.
They are severely profiting at this point. The revenue flows, they're very stable.
Yeah,
This is
28,000
to the moon. KU to the moon. Let's go.
That's apparently what's happening. I mean, we're going to see the SEC have to investigate KU at this point for insider trading at the rate it's going.
Oh, I'm checking Twitter right now. Elon Musk is actually tweeting about KU. Holy
Is he
shit.
the CEO of KU now after no longer being CEO of Amazon?
Yeah, Bezos stepped down, right?
It's Bezos being now the CEO of KU.
It's Jeff Bezos is the CEO of KU?
That's what I'm being told, you know.
Oh my
He's
god.
a big man.
Alright, Ag's going to DK right now. I think.
No, he already had Ags, didn't he?
I'm very confused.
Where'd it go?
Who has the buff? Mars has the buff?
It has to be Mars. He's the only one that didn't have
yeah,
Ags already.
Mars.
I almost already had Ags.
Sure, Mars, let's go.
So it goes to the Mars.
Alright.
I don't actually know what that does this game, but you
It's
know
like,
what? Someone's got to have it, right?
Oh, you do know what it does. Is that what you're saying?
I literally
Just
have
don't know
never
the
seen
value.
Mars Ags in my life.
So you can activate... Oh, wait. It creates like a little wall of dudes in front of you, and they smack your shit, and it's a toggle on Bulwark. So it's like a constant like Battle Fury cleave using your right-click damage.
So it's like Monkey King Ags, but worse?
Yeah, it's like a worse Monkey King Axe, exactly.
Okay. I've literally never seen it in my life. I was not
It looks
joking.
really cool. It looks really cool when you use it. And it can hit towers. So it's basically Monkey King Axe. Dealing full damage, plus 75, and applying procs. He's not built for it.
So like a quick as you toggle it.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Okay. Does it like cost mana to use, or is it just free?
I think it's free.
All right, Haunt is there. They move to Cello. Cello's in
Yeah,
danger.
the
Cello
Cello.
forces away though. He's fine for now. So the Haunt is down. Meanwhile, we're seeing a jump onto Sonic. Burrow Strike is there. Sonic is in danger. Cello goes down. Epicenter's there.
Another
Aegis
Haunt.
is popped. Now the Abyssal onto Filski, and this once again is popped. In comes the Wukong's command. They want to get Sonic, but he blinks away. Now whole city and Filski are both in. They're looking for Radiant Heroes. Burrow is there. In comes Wukong's command once again. The whole city is once again dead. Haunt is once again there though. Onto Undying. Undying is in severe danger. He's being run down. Meanwhile, Sonic is in the back lines. Looks for a kill, but he gets burrowed. It's a disaster. It will be a dieback on Sonigod. He goes down. Dead for more than 2 minutes. Hull Steady no buyback. Sonigod no buyback. And Sheeesh appear to leather the polar ass storm.
Let's see if Filski can. I think his only chance now is to just kill the Radiant Ancient.
I don't know where he's going, but it appears to be the answer.
Just farming.
He used the refresher shard, so he has another dragon form after this one ends.
Oh, nice.
Perhaps that is the play, but Radiant, I don't think they care. They want to force right here, right now. They know it is time to win this Dota game. Filski heads mid.
Yep, Filski's doing it.
As does Cello, but Radiant are in the Dire base. There's a buyback
Undying.
from the Undying. They're TPing in the left. There's 4 Radiant Heroes in the Dire base.
Filski's down.
Filski and Cello
He's
head
gonna
on
die
in.
in.
They're going to go for it. Meanwhile, Radiant.
There's
They
the
once
base
again
race.
siege. Dire Glyph. Back to Radiant base. Dire going in on 2. Back to Radiant base. They dagger onto the Undying. Undying is in danger. Back to Radiant base. Filski is
Base
hitting.
race.
Teddy is there. Burrow is there. Undying goes down. There's Hex there on to Filski. Back to the Dire base. T4's die. Ancient's being hit. Back to the Radiant base. Filski's getting, but it's nowhere near fast enough. Back to Dire base. The Ancient is dead. The GG is called. And we will be going to Game 3.
That wasn't much of a race.
It was more like a tortoise versus the hare kind of deal,
yeah.
but you know.
That was Usain Bolt against Richard Dawkins. No, wait. Who's the guy in the wheelchair?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking's. That was Usain Bolt against Stephen Hawking's in a foot race.
Holy cow. Break it down, boys. What happened there in this late game that allowed Sheeesh to overcome such a massive Mega Creeps deficit?
Well, in the words of Sonigod, sometimes you pick 3 really fucking greedy cores and you just drag the game out long enough.
Yeah, I think that's essentially what happened. I mean, I
Yeah.
completely agree. The problem you run into in this AM, I think after he got his Abyssal, we saw his like effectiveness drop to like so minuscule. The Spectre once AM completed Abyssal, that's the extent of how effective AM is gonna get. But Spectre scales like
Yeah,
even
we saw-
more, like 2 or 3 more levels.
If you
like,
show on the map, Spectre kills you in a blink of an eye.
for sure, for sure.
Holy shit, that was crazy on a 30-second cooldown.
But hats off to this Monkey King player. Like I said, I think he's the one who kind of carried their team in the mid and early game. And
That carrying ended up getting mega as a result.
and what do you think about this Scotty purchase? Do you think it was it was I think Badger said it too. So, do you think the 4-item timing was a bit too greedy and he should have stuck with the 3-item timing?
Well, yeah, I think there's really 2 things. Sonigod, I think he should have gone the Abyssal first instead of the Scotty. Then there was a team fight during his Scotty timing that he hunted down the Leshrac, and the Leshrac got a Yule's off, got a Glimmer, kind of ran away. If that was an Abyssal, would have turned that fight much faster. And I think the second thing is like Anti-Mage is really bad when he has to go against tier 4s. We saw as soon as the Radiant started defending their base, and as soon as the Dire started being aggressive, Sonigod can no longer jump the backline. And because he can no longer jump the backline, he's
That's a
using
great point.
So they just needed to be more ahead. Like Sonigod would have had to have gotten to his 4th item by like 25 minutes. That would have been the trajectory that guarantees a Polar Ass win. The Polar Ass just took a few too many bad fights, delayed Sonigod's timings, and allowed Sheesh to like, stick around in the game. So despite being mega'd, really, they didn't have an advantage. They're still behind because of the team comp. I will join the caster slot. Water break, boys.
It's a very
I'm down for
good
game 3,
time.
by the way, Badger. If
All
you're
right.
allowed.
Yeah,
Hello.
feel free to go for it. But we are now once again being joined by Sonic God, though it is on a different note this time. Sonic God, what happened this time?
That game was so boring, dude. Their team fight was incredibly high, or like incredibly good
Yeah,
compared
super
to ours.
strong.
It felt like. Plus, it was like their supports did really well with their itemization because it made me want to go Nullifier, and then it was like, well, if I go Nullifier, I have nothing to do to deal with the Spectre, and yeah, I don't know. That was a crazy game, honestly.
What did it feel like going against that Spectre with the Ags and the Shard? Like that Spectre was everywhere.
Yeah, that was. I don't know how the dispersion. I don't know how like the shard worked.
The Shard
because
just
the
makes
shard's the
an
one that
illusion.
reflects.
I think. Can you
Does
teleport?
it instantly make one if you do damage to him?
Yeah, I think
actually
so.
have no idea.
I think so. Well, whoever damaged him last in the last 8 seconds, you get a dispersion or you get an illusion sent onto you.
That's pretty sick, actually. Wait, so it can go to multiple units or heroes?
Just one, the last person to attack.
Oh,
you.
okay.
And then the Ags is the shadow step where it's a 30-second cooldown. Where if you have vision over somebody, you can just jump to them. Global.
Yeah, the Ags is pretty crazy. It was like really hard to. It felt like it was really hard to like kind of gauge the fights there because Spectre kept killing our backline. So it was like we want to protect the backline, but if we protect the backline, it gives Monkey King and Sand King their opportunity to kind of like set up the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, like I felt, it's like Anti-Mage, right? Like you want to kill the backline supports. Yep. So it's like, that it felt like they actually drafted extremely well, honestly. Yeah.
So what do you think your lineup lacked against the Radiant squad? Saying that they have a lot of team fight. Do you think it was like an itemization issue? Do you think it was a draft issue? Or
I think AOE control would have been something we would have benefited from the most. I'm trying to like think about I don't know, because honestly, like the game just happened, so it's kind of hard to. I'd have to like look at I think the fights a little bit more in depth because I was definitely primarily like prioritizing like looking at the back line more than I was at the rest of the fight. But I think their draft was just better than ours. Like at team fighting, and we hit our power spike. I think when obviously when we mega'd them.
Yeah. At
but
40 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I mean, like I guess it's Leshrac Sand King, right? Like so they were able to keep control of the waves pretty well, and plus obviously Spectre can just haunt him whenever he decided to. So I think we probably should obviously just went for Throne, but
hindsight 2020, right?
Yeah.
I think this was a very good Anti-Mage game. I think it was a great pick. What do you think? Do you think this in hindsight,
looking at your
what do you
item
think
timings here, I was really impressed with your Battle Fury timing, like an 11-minute Battle Fury boots timing.
Really good.
Yeah.
But then your Manta timing 21 minutes, and then your Scotty timing 26 minutes.
Yeah, my I decided to join that fight middle because I had level 2 ulti, and normally level 2 ulti is like a massive step up,
especially against
the level 1. Yeah, and I saw that he was missing, I think, around 400 to 500 mana, and I thought that would get it done, but it didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, it left him on a sliver.
Yeah, I think obviously, if you're dying on Anti-Mage before you're 6 slotted, you're probably not going to win the game. But I think we had like a really decent opportunity, but I don't know. It's just like
for
one of those things.
I think your Battle Fury timing was very, very on point that game. I think most of your farming patterns were like very on points.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those games that you just lose because their draft. I don't know. It's that was a weird game. It was boring. It got fun. Then it got boring again, and then we just lost. And honestly, like I'm not really. I don't know how the rest of the team is, but I'm not super tilted about it because it just felt. You play that game for so long without like it wasn't like we were stomping. It wasn't like we got stomped. There. I don't think there's any like thing to take away from that.
No tier 6 items.
Yeah, it was almost there, but alas.
I don't
You
know,
play
man.
that long and you don't even get a Giants ring.
We were talking about it, but I don't even know like what tier 5 item I would have been like, oh, this is the one, and then you
Yeah.
know.
Fallen Sky for your whole city, maybe? I don't
Fallen
know.
Sky.
Regardless, though,
Yeah, that might
any
have been
final
pretty
words
sick.
before you return to your team?
Necro books, just throw them at the
Yeah,
towers.
All right, I'm gonna head back.
Drafts going in. Good luck, Sanya.
See you, got
Yeah,
it.
thank you,
Good
thank
luck.
you.
All right, we are no longer joined by Sai. I can get that off my OBS. Though we are joined by a Game 3 draft. It's do or die now for both teams. It is 1-1. We have reset the score, and this time it is winner takes all.
Man, these two teams are really good. Not only are they good, they're like evenly matched. So like, I think both of these teams are making quite good decisions, and
I think you guys are missing the point here. One team had Undying, and the other team didn't.
Hopefully they'll ask me anything.
is that the condition?
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Will Undying get picked? First pick Undying? No, it's a line. Will Sheesh continue the? So there's their first pick. Are they going to pick the Terrorblade here, or the Faceless Void? Like, what hero is KW going, and is Polaris going to disincentivize picking that Terrorblade?
I think by picking Lion, it's kind of like a soft counter to Terrorblade. So if they want to pick it, they're fine with playing against it, because you have high burst and then you have mana drain against Terrorblade. So if Polaris wanted to pick Terrorblade right now, Sheesh wouldn't be too like distraught.
Yeah, I don't think Polaris should pick it, but what can Polaris do to protect? Like, this is going to be the Terrorblade right here, right? This is the exact, like the Doom. They immediately picked Terrorblade. This was game 1 draft.
Yes. We'll see if they do it again. I think it's a okay Terrorblade pick, especially since they have the line. Time.
Yeah, I guess the line does do a lot more. I mean, there still are lots of Terrorblade counters in the pool. But they're going to get banned out. We're going to see the PL ban, we'd see the Zeus ban, and then, something else. I think that's what Sheesh are debating. Saying, KU, sorry. Do you want the Terrorblade? And he's saying, fuck, no, man, we're first pick. Let me see the enemy core. And the captain's saying, yeah, it's a good Terrorblade game, look. And he's like, no, I want to see... Yeah, okay.
Man, they love the Sand King.
They say, Teddy, you get no fun today. You're just playing the Sand King again. He says, all right, I'm an offlaner. I enjoy misery. Give me whatever.
Has he played Sand King in all 3 of the games?
All 3 games.
Yeah, all 3 games.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
I'm trying to think if Polaris are gonna
10 seconds
want to win lanes against the Sand King again,
remaining.
or win lanes just in the game in general.
Radiant team ban.
Typically, Polaris has been losing their lanes, so I don't know if they want to switch their playstyle, but it looks like their general playstyle is a lose lane win game. So maybe they're gonna go for a triple core lineup. So with that in mind, I guess we could consider what they're going to pick. So I guess they're gonna pick something that does well against Sheesh's next core.
Totally agree. I think Sheesh should counter that with having more tower push. Like maybe even a Shadow Shaman. We're seeing this DP ban against Sheesh, which I think is a big deal. But maybe Sheesh would benefit from a DK or something that is really going to have an emphasis on taking towers.
That's a lose lane win game here. High utility.
There you go. Good, really good versus Sand King. And I like the lane Doom Rubik. Like Rubik is a surprisingly good laner, and it's very good against Terrorblade in lane at the very least.
Those are heroes in general where you stick Fable on a carry, you stick just like these neutral creep abilities from the Devour on a hero. They're
Yep.
not going to have fun. We are definitely, though, still waiting in anticipation for Game 3. It has been two very back and forth opening games to the series. I'm hoping it's not like an anticlimactic 12-minute Game 3. With the heroes given on the screen, it looks like that isn't going to happen. That is a good sign.
We're seeing some good spell stealies coming out. Finger, Sand King ult, Winter Wyvern ult. We're also seeing the Sand King into the Oracle. Yeah,
I love this Rubik pick actually, because I think the psychology of what Radiant are thinking right now is they know that Team Sheesh just won last game with like really big team fight, and now with that in mind, they picked this Rubik hero. And now that if you want to pick really big ults and like team fight heroes, then we're just gonna pick this Rubik here, and we're just gonna steal all your spells. And yeah, that makes sense. I like it.
Lots of carries banned out here. TB, Luna, Jug, Ursa.
Some death to carries, force out some new heroes. I'm sure it is distinctly possible we get carry at 17, carry at 18 just to get him before the bans. Though that is not a carry, that is a Leshrac, so it will be a 24-pick carry for Sonigod. Sheesh could just counterpick the mid right here, right now, knowing it's a Leshrac, so we might have to see some real interesting carries if there are 4 more carry bans coming out.
I don't think that this is what it appears. I don't think that Polar Ass would pick a mid Leshrac in this situation. Maybe they're thinking Flex Doom, Flex Leshrac between 3 and 2.
That could be it, but it is, regardless, not a carry hero on our screen right now. Unless it's for some reason like a carry Doom or a carry Lesh, which both seem awful.
Yeah, Polar Ass really does like to prioritize Sonigod's hero for the 24 pick. You go with the Wraith King, which is great versus Doom. He's one of the worst Doom targets in the game.
And we know with all the confidence that if Wraith King was not picked there, it will be banned in that third ban phase. So let's prioritizing KU's hero, get it now before it's gone.
Yep.
Makes a lot of sense.
Seconds remaining.
What carries are left? I mean, PL's gonna get banned, and then it's possible AM just gets banned as well, and then what the hell do you do against this Wraith King at that point?
You know, this Leshrac actually removes the PL counter, and that's something that Sheesh recognizes. They say, okay, we're not going to give you PL. We don't have the counter for it, so they ban it out. You know, Wraith King does really good against heroes that have like, you know, burst and like team fight ultimates, so like Faces Void, that sort of stuff. But then he does worse against bruisers, heroes that like will outscale him and outlast him in a fight. So thinking about that, Polar Ass has the opportunity to pick something like an Arc Warden. I'm just gonna go look at the hero list here. Monkey King again is a good pick. Sven is a really good pick. Troll Warlord, perhaps an option. As far as an illusion hero, it's a really bad Naga Siren game. It's a good anti-mage game there, fan there too. So I'd probably go with like it's going to be some combination of PA, Slark. Oh, it's a great Dusa game.
They will have time though to respond.
Yeah,
Sheesh have their mid lane pick right here, right now. And a number of League of Legends' good heroes are available. Storm is available. Ember is available. Obviously, Void Spirit not top of the meta currently, but is available as well. All 3 spirits could be decent in this game, though there is a good bit of lockdown coming out from the Radiance.
I'm not sure what she picks here. Fun, do you have any ideas, Jason?
There's just such a slew of heroes, it's hard for me to guess, honestly. I mean, they could go for like a lot of things. Like, they could go for some... If they want to just pick some generic mid hero that won't lose a lane, they could go like Death Prophet, Where do
That's
we
probably
go?
banned.
That's probably banned. Okay,
What do you think of
like,
DK? Give us some tower push, give us some front line, give us that instant click disable.
Sure,
Go
yeah,
with the
that's
lion,
fine.
go with the sinking.
Quap maybe.
Quap versus the Doom, I don't necessarily.
Radiant team pick.
They go with the DK.
Yeah, they do.
And you have to go Deuce here. There's a great Deuce game. You could,
Yeah, their ability to kill a Deuce is relatively low, actually.
yeah. You can
None of
also
these
pick a
heroes are good at it, really. I guess Lion and Mana Drain, but other than that, it's a rough time.
5 seconds remaining.
They could potentially go the exact opposite direction and go for a hero like Troll Warlord. You mentioned that earlier. As like that bruising sort of brawling hero.
game, but the Winter Wyvern is so strong versus it. There you go.
Your first read there was correct. It is indeed the Lady of Snakes herself, the Medusa.
Do I get an achievement? I picked the DK and the Deuce, right?
Well, it's game 3 time. Who's draft you prefer, boys?
Nobody has Undying, so I'm kind of confused. Sand King's 1-1.
Kind
There's
of
no
looks like
stats
Undying
there.
though, so you could say we can call him Undying. And Wraith King's also a zombie, so both teams have one Undying.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I think Wraith King's the closest hero to Undying, so I think Polar Ass wins.
Jason, what's your thoughts?
Well,
While Jason thinks of the BRB.
I think Hull City is going to snowball this game. I don't think it's going to be on the win condition of the Medusa per se. I think it's gonna be the Lesh who's gonna win this game for Radiant. So I agree. I think Polar S probably my pick.
I think it's possible for Sheesh to win, but it's an uphill battle. It's gonna take a lot of good work. Is this the game where KU's had a good late game hero both times last game? Obviously, Wraith King can play late game, but Dusa is the far superior late game carry this game. It's going to be a lot of predication on these timing windows. So it'll be an interesting game. I think Polaris have the easier draft to execute, so I will give them the edge. But I would not be shocked if Sheesh wins.
Mm-hmm. The issue I see
OBS. There it is.
Dire running into this game is Lesher's just gonna run at them, and there's nothing they can do. The Winter Wyvern and Lion are relatively slow heroes, and like, what are you gonna do against the Lesh? You're gonna cold embrace your teammate against the Lesh. That's just not gonna help too much.
All right, if you are just joining us, welcome to Game 3 of the opening winners bracket, best of 3 in last season 7. Polar Ass won Game 1. Sheesh, after a absolute barn burner, win Game 2 down Megas. And now Game 3, both teams, it is winner take all. The winner makes top 6. We'll play the Ape Simps. Speaking of the Ape Simps, I am joined by 2 of them. Jason, aka Fun, and Doss. I am Badger. And hopefully Game 3 is just as exciting as the last 2 games.
Smoke up, they're just ready to battle.
Yeah, I mean, it already popped as well. They know where Cello is. Oh, the boss comes out! Oh, no.
Reasoning and all.
This reason for pause meme is getting better every game.
Don't do it, Solo. Don't do it.
Alright, let's look at Radiant Vision. They don't see, do they? Yeah, Radiant sees nothing. Somehow, Filsky doesn't see far from the low ground. And Cello cannot see Malefic. But Dire are well aware somebody's here on the upper side of the Roshan pits. Question is, will they get him? The Curse Spike is skilled. Burrow can be skilled. Arctic Burn is skilled. So the crowd control is certainly there. Yeah, they're pinging. They know. They definitely know.
What's up, dudes?
Welcome back. You might see First Blood right here, right now. They're pinging Shallow vigorously. Question is, will they find him? KU has Wraith Fire Blast. Southern Metal is Doom. Earth Spike is there. Arctic Burn is there. Burrow Strike is there. First Blood goes to the man himself, KU. The win condition, that man is farmed already. And it looks like they will claim at least 2 runes on the Dire side, or sorry, the Radiant side, I should say. Radiant will have to go grab the other side runes instead. So the first time this series, there is exciting pre-horn action.
Look at this move to drop the sentry in the Radiant Ancients.
We have a frowny face from Sonic God. He is not happy with his Ancients being blocked right now.
So it looks like KU is going this Soul Ring build. This is something that I have no idea why Wraith King is going. Like, I don't understand. And I think they also go 3 points in Wraithfire Blast. Like, it scales decently.
I'm curious to see what Wraith King will go in terms of the actual items. Is it full Midas? Is it just casual Gloves of Haste? Is it nothing into the Radiance? Is it a Radiance at all?
Yeah, you could definitely
More
afford to
questions.
go either of those. It depends on the start. If you're gonna get like 30 CS at 5 minutes, you might as well just go the Hana Midas. But if you're behind, then you could go even Armlet into Radiance.
I'm a big fan
You're
of
going
like.
Radiance this game for sure.
I'm just gonna call it the Fume build. It's casual Gloves of Haste into the Radiance. I'm a huge fan of that.
It's actually K1 Hector build.
I know it's not the Fume build, but I learned about it from Fume, so that's all I refer to as the Fume build.
I'll be right back.
Whole city on this Leshrac, I think, is going to perform quite well.
Yeah, I'm sure if you're a fan of Polar Ass, you need this man to perform well this game. It is very important this man delivers on his Lesh. Let's play ball tonight, so it is certainly possible.
I really want to know what this Soul Ring does.
Gives him mana, and it gives him some strength, I guess? I don't know.
Whoa, that's a good shot.
Yeah, but...
He's a hero who doesn't need armor. But he's not even using it for mana. Look at him. He didn't use it. He hasn't used it once. He's fucking doomed.
This is why he has it now. He won't be out of mana if he uses it. You know, it's fantastic for him.
Yes. Oh.
I don't know why I'm like so into the Soul Ring on Wraith King right now. Just for some reason I'm I'm all in now on Soul Ring Wraith King.
You love it?
I don't know why I love it so much. I think I'm just being contrarian right now. I hear your disdain for Soul Ring Wraith King. I'm like, yeah, I can see it. This makes sense.
Hey, you know what? I think you're the first person who's ever been nice to me, Badger. Thank you.
I'm being nice to you while specifically disagreeing with you just to disagree. Okay, Burrow Strike's their bottom lane. There should be no first blood though. There's not enough follow-up.
Alright, I'm gonna get 2 seconds, Badger.
I mean, if I'm the first person to be nice to you, I feel bad. You're 34, brother. It's a long time for people to have to be nice to you. They are once again fighting bottom lane, though there is no kill quite yet. We're seeing supports, though, are trading everywhere at the Ancient Tri-Camp. Radiant Tri-Camp, they're, the Rubik and the Wyvern are just hitting each other for basically no reason. Radiant did not unblock the Tri-Camp, actually, so it's still blocked. We're at the point now where these lanes have been relatively even so far. Like, every single game there's been at least one core who was significantly far behind the pack. It was the PL game 1, the Spectre game 2, and now everybody's good on CS. Nobody's really doing that badly right now.
I am back, Badger.
Welcome back.
Did I miss anything exciting?
No. We are hitting creeps. This is the regularly scheduled activity of Dota, the hitting of creeps. It is our regularly scheduled agriculture. You see a lot of that sometimes.
Have we seen the Soul Ring used?
Probably. He has more mana now than he did before.
That's not how Soul Ring works.
I don't know though. Maybe he hasn't used Soul Ring. I have no idea actually. I have not been watching for Soul Ring actually.
So we're seeing something extremely unique. The Oracle has a skill in Fate's Edict before 2 points in Purifying Flames.
This is a nice lane to have that magic resistance for sure, considering all of the damage basically magical. Top
Also
lane, they almost get
removes-
first blood, but they won't get it quite yet. Soul Ring was used though; it's actively on cooldown.
Oh my god. What a time to be alive. Yeah, I mean, Oracle delaying your power spike to level 4 is a bit of a big deal. Oh. It's a Medusa lane. Probably not going to kill anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, hey, just keep someone alive, I guess. I don't think Deuce ever dies either, but I guess you reduce the damage.
Let's heal him up a little bit.
Yeah, the Ancients are still blocked. These Sentry Wards have paid off. They've gone to stack multiple times, but it just... no camps. I mean, both these camps are blocked now, actually. They're both blocked. They want to really ruin Sana's game.
Mm-hmm.
I guess mission accomplished, right?
Well, they're stacking their own Ancients, so maybe Sonic God will take those.
That would be a next level play if they did that. They almost find KTA top lane. They had the lift, but the hoof stomp was not coordinated properly with that one, so there's no kill on the... Even then, if it hit, it probably would have been a kill, but... We are still waiting. There's a lot of almost kills happening right now, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, we've already seen First Blood.
That is true. Speaking of almost kills, mid lane, whole city almost dies, but actually there might be an actual kill onto the DK splitter. Is there a fantastic lift there by Cello Mellow?
I was not expecting the DK.
I mean, that's, what, the most reliable hero in the game right now and just dies?
Yeah, I was not expecting that to die.
I was there, though. I was there. I've been around enough time, cast enough games, you catch these things sometimes, most of the time. Speaking of catching things, Wyvern is in danger. The Arctic Burn is there, but the Wyvern is no longer there, so...
Oh, making space.
Yeah. Like we mentioned, the whole city needs to play well and distract this game. Well, he's doing it. This is whole city's game to lose right now.
Would you rather have your game in anybody else's hands?
Yes.
Okay.
I can think of at least like 15 players and lads. 2 of them are in this
At
lobby.
least, there's at least 86 different lads players you want.
What's your read on the lane so far, Jason? Anything interesting you've seen, or just standard laning affairs?
Yeah. So I think this Wraith King, going for the Soul Ring now. Wraith King's doing really well. Like this is impressive. 48 CS on KU.
The bottom lane, the Oracle is dead. They actually might even go for the Medusa as well. So there's no mana shield up. He did not activate it. So that's 2 kills. It's fantastic,
I'm
actually.
back.
Yeah, like this Wraith King doing so well. Functionally, Doom actually does pretty good. It's a pretty good matchup into Wraith King. Your Scorched Earth nullifies the little skeleton army that he builds up.
KTA is dead mid
I
lane
think
once
KU's
again.
dead.
Back to KU though.
Is he
The
gonna
Fortune
skill?
Gem
Is he gonna
there.
skill? He has a skill point. Is he gonna skill reincarnation? Never mind. He's fine.
Fortune End's a little bit off, a little bit too slow. Or should say KU a little too fast. You know, although once again, move to Sonic God bottom lane. They won't kill him, but they will force out a lot of mana. He's fine.
He's fine.
He was fine the entire time. If you cancel the TP, he's that fine.
Yeah, Sonic God has to leave now. He sees that many TPs. You know, he just has to book it. So the Radiant Polaris really need to prioritize this top tier 1 of the Dire. So Sonic God, like his jungle is not going to be safe. He has no stacks. He needs to move into the more efficient jungle, aka the Dire jungle. So that's what I'd be trying to prioritize right now is as whole city dies top.
He has an Invis actually, and there
he's
is no
fine.
detection. He has a Sentry Orb, but it's not there in time. Can now see whole city, but in comes KU looking for the Filsky hero. Will not find him. Teddy has Burrow in 1, but it's only, she is it right now. It's only level 2 Burrow. It's a little bit short on Filsky. So Radiant do the classic walk away from all danger, take no casualties. Actually, correction, Radiant take 1 casualty. It is their bottom tier 1 tower. It is the first tower of the game to fall in this ultimate game 3 now.
So I actually think that there's one ability in this game that is going to determine the outcome of team fights, of and subsequently of the game. Out of all of these abilities, Badger, what do you think is what I think is the most important?
False promise.
I think it's Mana Drain from Lion.
Really?
This is the only way to kill Medusa. I think is going to be like because like Wraith King does not have the damage output. DK, Sand King, Winter Wyvern, they don't have the damage output to burn through a very farmed Medusa. So, but Mana Drain, on the other hand,
120 per second. Be magic with the shard.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough to deal with this Dusa.
That actually might be the play. You
Yeah.
mentioned it in the draft that the only way to actually kill the only anti-Dusa tool is the Lion. I didn't think the Lion would be enough, but we'll have to see it in action later.
Well,
So typically, there's two ways to deal with Medusa. You can kill her straight up, or you kill her entire team and you just don't care about Medusa. So
Yep.
Speaking of
I'll
team
take
of
you.
Dusa,
Totally
they're
team
running
up.
at Lion top lane. The Edict is there. Malefic is low. Hoofstomp is there. And now Doom is there.
Oh,
Onto
nice.
Teddy. Malefic is dead. Teddy
Get his tower.
dies to the stolen Pyro Strike from Shadow now, though. So that will be 2 kills. Parlay it in to a tier 1 tower top.
This is at the cost of a mid tower. They need to TP and defend this right away. This is not worth it. Okay, Doom coming in. I think Dusa needs to rotate as well.
Yeah, it is both of them over there. The tower's already very low, though. Hoofstomp was actually canceled by the stun from KU. Filski is low, might go down here. Hoofstomp is there. Tower
We get
is
the
low.
deny?
Filski is low.
Oh.
Tower is dead. Filski is still alive, though. And now Radiant are collapsing, but then it might instead be collapsing on their Oracle. The stun is there from the DK. That man was a little bit out of position thinking the Steam was there. Steam was not there.
Fascinating. Yeah, this mid tower response from Sheeesh, very important. Now Dusa really has lost, at least for the time being, her triangle.
Ooh, that's the first finger of the game. Shuttle is very dead.
Very fingered. Jason, how do you like the game right now? You see, like, we're seeing the Dire just take all this map control. Do you think that Polar Ass can take it? Oh, Mana Drain being used. Bob.
Go on,
bro.
Jason, go on.
Yeah, Jason.
I think the issue they're running into is that this Leshrac hasn't come online yet because
It's a disaster start for the Radiant already. Chupacabra
Yeah.
is dead. Filski has no Doom still. They lift onto KU, but KU just appears not to care. They even buy back the Oracle. Filski is in danger. Wyvern's on the way. Filski will eventually go down. They stun him on the Rubik, just to stun the Rubik. Filski has a stick once again. It's delaying
Holy
the
shit.
inevitable, or perhaps not. He's alive, actually. Good stick there from Filski. Now in comes Whole City, but he's into a stun from Malefic. Now the Winter's Curse, it's there only on 2, but it secures the retreat of the Dire.
Teddy farming up his blink during all this.
Sonic guys are sitting creeps too.
Also, he just lost his career. Not a big
Sonny
deal.
just doomed her?
Deuce top.
There's no way he jukes away from this, right? KU is
Um,
running. He does.
I guess he does.
Okay then.
okay, so yeah, the problem that Radiant are facing right now is that this Leshrac has not been online for the past like 2 minutes because he's been AFK farming
Yeah.
his heals.
Which is kind of what Leshrac has to do, though. But I think the thing that separates like really good Leshes from okay Leshes is they run down lanes and they push waves so fast and they push towers so fast that they AFK farm and feed and make space all at the same time.
The Blinker Field was their top lane from Teddy. They wanted Whole City, but it was not enough damage. False Promise is there. Wyvern, though, has no curse still. It's on cooldown on the track. Should die eventually. Or yeah, will eventually die, right? Eventually. Epicenter's stolen. It's used. Town goes Teddy. Whole City still has to trade, though, for
Oh,
the
there's a
Oracle.
TP.
Malefic is dead. In comes KU looking for the sun. Whole City is juking, but he
Nice.
will eventually die. It ends up being a
Nice for
2 for
Tony,
2. Yeah, that's fantastic for Radiant because their Deuce is farming and their Doom is farming.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the skirmish ability of the Radiant lineup. Like they can't skirmish. My amazing analysis from Skater here is saying that Polar Ass really only have Doom. And once they Doom, what else they got?
Splitter with a shard, I guess. I don't know. Not much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mystic
I mean,
Snake,
eventually they're
depends.
going to get items. So eventually Deuce is going to be scary. But it's going slow. Dusa is actually the lowest net worth core right now.
It's a
That is
sad tale.
significant. At 15 minutes?
You never want that to happen on your Dusa. And we saw throughout the game they've been keeping eyes on Dusa, running to
Love
her,
this smoke, by
blocking
the
her
way. Love
camps.
this smoke.
Alright,
Yeah.
the smoke onto the Shrek. The Shrek's in severe danger. Finger is there. Whole city's no longer there. And they might run for more, but Radiant are scurrying away. Problem is, Dire once again see the Radiant side stack at the Radiant side tri-camp, which is, at this point, property of Team Dire.
Yeah, it's just so good. They're just taking space away from this Medusa. This is probably why she's been like bottom net, because Dire's just been playing in the triangle.
Yeah. Dire's
It's
not
just super
jungling.
annoying.
This is the kind of game when I'm against this type of Dusa. This is when I'm in my pubs. I say, if you guys hit a single creep camp, like I'm going to disrupt my items.
Under attack.
Shallow may be in danger. Yeah, Blink Burrow is there from Teddy. Arctoburn's there
Sandstorm
from
response.
KTA. And there's actually no detection. The epicenter, can they find Shallow? Raindrops are up, but they will Dragon Shallow for the invasions. That
Oh, man. That was like playing Minesweeper.
I mean, technically, if you knew to juke up, how do you know to juke up there on Rubik? How do you just expect him not to have detection on any of their heroes?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
You can't be that mad about dying there on the.
Sonic
the
God
Rubik.
using his trusty shovel, hoping for a bounty room to salvage his GPM.
Finds a salve. Again.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Uh-oh. I think Sonic God's dead.
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
Teddy and a League of Legends there. The curse is there on the Doombringer, but it's only on 3.
And so this is
Doombringer is
what
alive.
we were saying. After Doom, what else they got?
But meanwhile, they'll have a ton of tools. They're running at the Leshrac. Leshrac actually saved by the False Promise. Sonic God, as Stonegaze, Radiant appear to be on the retreat.
Yeah, get the fuck
Teddy,
out
though,
of here.
has Blink Burrow. It's there on 2, actually. It's
Oh.
pretty good. Duso is hit by the Splitter, but it's saved for now. But down goes Duso, down goes Shono. They move to Chupacabra Rush. That man dies as well. And it ends up being 3 more kills for
Deuce
Sheesh.
get mana drain, Deuce dies. You saw it.
We did see it. What we're also seeing is a mid T2 Dire push. That one is
Yeah.
not long for life.
You know, we're at the 17-minute mark. This is kind of like this is kind of the game where you ask, is Radiant even gonna get a tier 2 neutral item?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
I mean, maybe they're gonna get one.
Yeah,
Are they
at
gonna
least
get all
one, yeah.
4? Like, there's a chance you don't even get all 4. Like, this game could go very south.
Malefic is dead bottom lane, though Teddy wants to
nice.
avenge that
Good job,
man. Well,
Lesh.
Epi's still on cooldown, but Teddy's taking so much damage. He's trying to run away. The whole city's looking for a kill there. Letty's
Wow.
reserve Teddy. That's a double kill for whole
Okay.
city now. The DK wants to turn at Leshrac, but
And
Lesh has
DK
Zeus
comes
up
in for another kill?
3. Lesh should be fine
TP
here.
away, Hall. Just TP away. You use the stun.
Yeah, it's a Yule's TP. He's fine.
1 second.
Whole city.
Oh. Wow.
Dire's middle
Maybe I should be putting more faith in the whole city. My God, that was beautiful. The double kill into the escape. That is
This is
unbelievable.
Whole City. This is the man who beat Breezy 2-0 in lane. And Breezy was just voted on your
Oh.
All-Star list, wasn't he?
He was not my all-mid selection, but he was indeed the league's collective all-mid lad selection.
There you go. And Whole beat him twice in lane. So, Whole City, legit mid, carrying his team. You say, Deucey, you don't got any farm? I'm going to make so much space for you.
I think it is on Pulse City's back though. This game, this
I
early
agree.
game, it's on his back.
Like, is there any good Doom target? I guess you're just thinking Doom the SK, Doom the Winter Wyvern, Doom the Lion.
This
Maybe
is
Doom
not
the
a
Lion.
good Doom game.
Not a good Doom game, unless you get the Ags. Or the Ag Shard, sorry. Maybe?
Probably the Ags, right, for the break?
I don't know. Maybe not the Ags. You don't want the
I don't
break.
know.
I thought it did percent damage.
Isn't break good for the DK?
Infernal Blade. Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, get the Ag Shard.
Okay, there's a stun there. On to Whole City. In comes Epi. In comes Dragon Tail.
Oh,
onto Oracle.
great.
Both may be dead. Both are dead. Now Filsky is in danger. They're slowing him with the burn from KTA. but they won't get there in time. Though instead they blink in looking for Chelamello. Chelamello stole Finger, but he cannot use it in time. He is now in the grave as well. Takes Finger with him. And Dire, well, there's going high grounds.
Oh, high ground, nice.
19 minutes.
We have 6 skeletons up. This is good. We have no glyph. This is Dead Rex. Really good execution from League of Legends there. Our Oracle Chupacabra was coming in to save Hull City with a false promise, but League of Legends on the DK blinks in, stuns the Oracle while Hull is dying.
Melees are dead. And we mentioned how it has been these really late games so far this series, and well, it's it's sub 20-minute melee racks mid lane. Sheesh,
But this
do
has
not
kind of
want
been the
to
theme
go.
of this game, right? The theme has been comebacks.
That'd be a hard comeback to make. The whole city is trying to make it right now. Finds Teddy at the stun, but Teddy got Burr off now. Dragon Tail is there on Whole City. Doom is there onto the Wyvern. There will be no Winter's Curse. Whole City is low. He's doing a lot of damage. Will die eventually. Though there might be a trade onto the Wyvern. Wyvern is low. We're seeing a Faithful come out. KTA is dead. Stun is coming through onto Dusa. Dusa being stunned again, actually. Meanwhile, we're seeing Filsky be stunned by Burr. Filsky will go down and move once again to Sonic God. Stone Gaze is there, but Dire are very strong. Dire are stoned, and Radiant are leaving, but Dire are pursuing. Blink is up. Burrow is there onto the Oracle. Oracle will die. And they want to sit on. Oh, good Manta dodge there from Sonic God away from that Wraith Fire Blast, but in comes once again the stun from the Lion, in comes Dragon Tail from the DK, and down goes Sonic God once again. And they will go for more racks now. To be, oh, there are no tier 2s up. Never mind.
Can that range creep? No, I can't.
They are a little bit lucky both tier 2s are alive, or else this would be a second set of barracks.
It should at least be Roche. Oh my god. No, don't tell me. They're gonna Roche?
Has fallen.
No. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna put the Aegis on Cave.
I hope they do. I really hope
They're
they
gonna
do.
do it. The man has a built-in Aegis.
Oh god, we're seeing a Yule from Whole City. Time to play work.
Whole
Problem is
City
Teddy's
making
there
space.
as well. Now in comes Tether Lift is there onto Malefic. Malefic will go down. They move to Teddy.
kills.
In comes Stun though onto Lesh. Lesh goes down. Now in comes Filsky. In comes Super Cabros. They find the kill on Teddy, but in comes KU. Oracle gets nearly 2-shot. Gets false barely, but will eventually take down that. Now in comes Sane.
Oh, why
Snake
did
is
you be
used.
in here, Sonic God? Why?
Oh, no, actually. Oracle though
Sonic God
barely
loves his
survives.
team so much.
And Sane gets to go to the track camp once he's here now.
That's true.
This is probably the first time this game he's hitting the track camp groups.
Right, I was gonna say that. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen. Like second or third time I've seen her on the track.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You know, looking at the items here, would this have been a better Eternal Shroud Kaya Sange item build from Leshrac? If we're saying he needed to, like, you know, tempo up, the Yule's Travel is a pretty greedy, pretty farmy build. Eternal Shroud, it kind of gives you that mana, it gives you survivability, and the Kaya Sange is in the same regard.
Radiant's top tower is under
Perhaps this is a missed opportunity from Leshrac to hit his early timing, comparing it to the Monkey King from last game, where League of Legends knew that they needed to make space, so he went mid-game items.
Yeah, they had the Lash. Problem is they're backing up their Lash. Burrow is there from Teddy. In comes the Ingles BKB from Filsky. Filsky concentrated. Winter's Curse is there, but it's badly coordinated. Fader is there as well.
Not the best Winter's Curse.
And now they stun onto Rubik. Cello should be in danger, or perhaps not, saving your man Cello. Now they stun once again onto Whole City. Burrow is there. Whole City will go down. Or not for a little bit longer, as that Eels will inevitably die eventually. They get the Oracle
Yeah,
as
no
well.
false promise.
There's no way Whole City lives here, right? He does not live there. Both are
Right.
dead. Both have no buyback.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah.
has fallen.
I want to continue that conversation, Jason. Like, the itemization from the Monkey King was on point. Like, make space now, right? Let's stem the flow. Let's put pressure on the map so we don't lose. Do you think this Hull City Yule's Boots of Travels, or would you have preferred him to go Eternal Shroud Kaya Sange?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I think Kaya Sange would have put more pressure on the enemy. Not in the sense of that you're gonna win these fights, but it's gonna put more pressure on the enemy to try and kill you, because you want to be as tanky as possible. And by going this Boots of Travel build, you're not getting any more tanky. As you can see, like once they initiate on this Leshrac, he has no survivability besides Oracle just ulting him, but he's not always going to get ulted.
Sure.
He needs to itemize for himself. He can't just
Yeah.
have boots of travel like this. I don't think it was. It's an okay choice, but I don't think it was the best choice.
I agree. It's a good choice to like really push down lanes, but
All right, Doom
Sheesh
is
being
there
so
on
aggressive.
to Teddy. They want to get that man. Winter's Curse is once again there on to Teddy's on the run and should survive
Oh, there you
here.
go. I guess one last note about the Kai Sange is with Eternal Shroud, you have Spell Lifesteal, which is really going to amplify the False Promise healing. So we're missing the synergy there.
And I think he's like he's the second highest damage on Radiant Squad. I don't think this Doom is going to be doing any kind of like significant amount of damage to any like one particular hero on the dire side. So it is really just, I'd say, 60% on Leshrac until Medusa starts hitting her right in time with Scotty and Ags.
We have that
They
Ags
move
now.
once again to Filski. It's a two-man. Actually, canceled the Epi. Interesting.
Didn't want to go. I guess the Fate's Edict was on the Doom, so there wasn't really going to be any damage anyways. Good cancel. Oh, are they going high ground? Oh, they did.
Hell
They took
yes, they
Roche.
are. And they actually
my
gave
God.
the Aegis to DK. It's not on KU this
Oh,
time.
yes.
I suppose he has his built. You mentioned earlier, he has his own built-in Aegis. He does not need it. So
Yes. We finally found how to unlock Sheesh's potential.
unfortunately, he's a DK. He was a pretty awful Aegis carrier.
Yeah.
So the two
Maybe
games where he
for the
plays good
SK?
Aegis carriers, he doesn't get it. But now he's on DK, he
What's wrong with
gets
this
it.
SK? What's wrong with the SK?
It's Teddy. You don't give Teddy Aegis ever. Literally
Yeah,
ever.
Teddy. Teddy, you're stuck on SK every game, and you're not getting any Aegis.
It's one thing. Every team has a player to make fun of. You know what I mean? And Teddy's that guy for Sheesh. Where he's like, you know what I mean by that. He's the.
Yeah, my team has me, Skater, and Breezy, though.
Your team's a little crazy as fuck, though.
Yeah, we got too many people flamed. Yeah, Teddy definitely wearing the red-headed wig tonight.
Yeah,
He does,
stupid
he does
reptile.
every night. Like his team sometimes is in Discord flaming him in the last general, and obviously it's a joke, but
That's funny. Oh, Sonic
Teddy.
God, Under Vision, Farming is jungle.
this could be Sona's last step of the series. Burrow is there. Epi is there. That man is stunned. That man has no buyback. Fingers there. He's at for 52 seconds.
Like I said, mana drain.
Dyer's top
They
I
can't
think
kill it.
oh man, the problem I'm starting to see with the Radiant's lineup is that they have no AoE control. Like once again,
True.
they have
Isn't
like
that
this.
exactly what Sonic God said in our
Yeah,
interview?
it's not like God said like exactly. He said these exact words that they had no AoE control against Dire.
Apparently they didn't learn. Hex is there on Tufilski. Wraithfire Blast is there on Shell. There's no kills quite yet. We're seeing
That's an impressive
Malphite
initiation.
triple drain.
3 blinks simultaneously. They must have pinged a lot to get that going.
This team has a lot of experience. Like, they played League 4 together. They played Lads last season together. This is a seasoned lineup. It is, though,
It's
high ground
sharp.
siege top lane time. Actually, they're going to pop the Reincarnate on KU, perhaps.
Should've gave this man an Aegis.
Reincarnate. They probably should have.
Oh
They
my
blink in on
God.
Filski. KU's in danger. Winter's Curse is there, but KU's being hit by tower. KU,
Alright.
he'll go down. He actually
Alright.
needed the Aegis.
Needed
And now
the
Teddy
Aegis.
comes in. Teddy goes down, and well... Hey, Dawes, what's your opinions on the DK Aegis right now? They whip on the Wyvern
I'm
as well.
telling you, you need to give Teddy the Aegis.
Can we get a highlight from the lads just to see the Leshrac stuns there? Like, can we like create a clip there? Because what happens? I'm pretty sure Wraith King got perma stunned under the tier 3 from the Leshrac shard. That
Yeah.
was actually great. He just couldn't move,
That
and
was
he died
definitely nuts.
twice.
The left shard is something else. It's quite powerful at basically everything you want to do. Team fight
And
control,
KU should have the
damage,
Aegis there. Just about it.
the one time he doesn't get it this entire series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
Teddy
time
was
he had to
so
use
mad
it.
that he didn't get Aegis. He decided to go Vlad's.
Oh wait, never mind. He's a AC. Stun is there though on Whole City. Whole City's probably in danger. Finger is up. Correction, he's very dead. Not just in danger. He's now deceased.
What the fuck?
Whole City, he's making the crazy plays. A couple of them have paid off. This one certainly did not.
Yeah, make it space. Right, Medusa farming stuff. Oh man, this Dursa is dirt. This Dusa is dirt poor.
She's... Yeah, she is. I mean, she's 4th in net worth on a Medusa. This is suboptimal, of course. I mean, honestly, it has been a very rough game, but the recovery also has not been ideal.
Man, it's just Radiant, like, trying to find air, some space. It's constant pressure. Look at Dire, just always on their side of the map.
Yeah,
so difficult.
Sheesh look much comfortable closing games on Dire. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like it actually feels like they're playing like substantially different than when they were on Radiant.
Mm-hmm.
This actually is like super analogous to drowning though, where it's like you drown, right? And your head, it's like you keep bobbing with the waves, up and down, up and down. And you keep having to breathe for air, but every single time it's a little bit harder, a little bit less air, a little bit less time to breathe, and that's the current play the Polar Ass Rats.
Every second.
Where they're starting to get the salty water in their lungs.
Oh, salty water.
They're starting to be exhausted. They are drowning in the ocean right now, and they need a lifeboat right here, right now at the rate they're going. They don't have much time left.
They don't even have the little children. What are the arm thingies called?
The floaters.
Floaties?
They don't even have floaters.
They maybe have they have like one floaty on like one arm. It's starting to deflate. It's not going too well.
Yeah, basically, that's Doom's net worth.
It's their one floaty.
One floaty.
This is what the Midas and the Devour have given you.
Yeah, like how many CS does Doom have? He has 190, but he's still like
second net worth,
pretty
yeah.
competitive. It's amazing what his plus gold modifiers will do.
The KU is more than 100 assets ahead, but apparently it doesn't matter.
Yeah, really impressive play coming from Sheesh here. But Polar Ass, they love their high ground defense. Like they're a team that, you know, when you push their back against the wall, they seem to do quite well. All right, Leshrac got that BKB. Now he's going Kaya.
We are waiting for what appears to be the inevitable high ground siege. Yeah, the Aegis is gone, so it might have a little bit longer. But yeah,
I bet their Aegis is going on KU this time. They're like, we tried it. It didn't work.
That's what happens. You don't give me Aegis, guys. I need Aegis.
Yep. This guy died twice. I need to die 3 times. I mean, part of the problem here is his Wraith King does not have a BKB. And, I mean, the DK does. DK Ags definitely means you can high ground. I think the damage reduction is going to be significant, plus the heal coming from Winter
you almost had that as well.
Yeah, so I don't think the Wraith King should necessarily high ground. I think you should probably split the Wraith King and the DK up. Have your Winter Wyvern and Lion SK kind of in the middle. You have 2 really tanky cores, so whoever gets gone on, you can turn that fight. But I think running 5 people at a single tower is not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, it's like that secret game we saw with the TA Lone Druid. Do you remember that high ground execution?
I think so, but not vividly. I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, TA took top and Lone Druid took bottom.
I remember watching it too. Yeah, of course.
Where we learned that Matumba baits his little bear.
Alright, they jump on the Filski bottom lane. They have the stuns there from DK, the stun there from the line.
Holy
they have a finger
shit.
there from the line, and down goes Filski.
That was so much damage.
That is the tankiest hero for the Radiant too. Well, KU, once again, is
Jump
high
right in
ground.
this tower.
They want to force out this buyback,
got it.
perhaps. Stun is there on the whole city, but there's no follow-up quite yet. The tower, it's still alive though, and Split Earths. Keyword is Split Earths are still going. Both of them
Why
are
is one
stunning.
bigger than the other?
Because one of them's more recent than the other.
Oh, that's how it goes?
Yeah, they get larger over time. The first one is smallest, and each
Oh.
one gets a little bit larger because
Well, I see
the
it.
circle. Yeah, there we go. You can see it now.
Yeah.
But-
So the first one's tiny.
Alright, they go in on KU to Sonic God.
He's dead.
Stun a Hex there on the whole city. Now in comes the Burrow there onto. In comes the Epi. KU has the Reincarnate. Chupacabra is dead. Chiller Metal is dead. Stone Gaze is going, but it might not be enough. The Curse is there onto buying time for Dire to have more stuns up. Once again, Doom is there onto the Escus, so Teddy will die. Speaking of death, though, it is that T3 tower bottom. It's also dead. They have the Infernal Blade there. Malphite will possibly go down. He's trying to run. Is there follow-up damage? Yeah, there's another Inferno Blade. Down
Frisky's
goes
still
Malefic.
BKB. Uh-oh. Blink Dagger. Why is he so fast? Holy shit.
His phase boots.
Phase boots, his movement speed, and he has the Elven Tunic. He's zooming.
They do hold, technically. They lose 1 buyback and 1 tower, but it's not
They
that
get
costly
Roche, though, now.
defense.
Like, they get this DD top. They Roche?
That's actually kind of a big
this
ass,
is-
though, with KU lurking around like this. He wants to be
Yeah.
active still. And they have done
Get
it.
in Roche. Get in Roche.
They're into the Roshan pit with the Deuce, and they get the tier 1 tower as well.
Nice.
But guess who's nearby? It's Big Bad KU, who actually has no buyback. He cannot go in there.
Yeah, he can do it. He is reincarnation.
He's thinking about it. He's in the area. He
Definitely
goes
kill that
into
guy.
the Oracle, but Lift is there on KU. This could be huge for Polaras. Wraith Fire Blast there on the Oracle. Roshan is low. Roshan will go down. Now in comes the DK. He's in the BKB.
my
Roshan,
God.
Aegis. It goes to the DK. They grab the Aegis. Whole City didn't grab the Aegis. He got nothing. He's being run down. Wraith Fire Blast is there, but he dies anyways. Whole City didn't get the Aegis. And now the curse is there on Rubik. They run a Sonic God. Stone Gaze is there. But this is an absolute disaster for the Radiants. Filsky, he's BKB'd. He's running, but he might get cut. Okay, he actually manages to escape. But they move to Sane. They have the crowd control. They have the Wraith Fire Blast. They have the Burrow. They have the Dragon Tail. Sonagod is going to be eviscerated. Finger comes in. Town goes to Dusa. And Polaras. They had hopes of breathing for a second, but now they are fully underwater. They cannot find more breath.
Yeah,
And
Hull City
sheesh.
having some trouble picking up the Aegis there.
And once
Something
again,
I
in with the
need to
Burrow
try.
and Fire Blast on Filsky. Filsky is in danger. They're slugging down with the Mana Train as well. Filsky goes down. He has buyback. He buys back, but Sonagod does not have buyback. He will go down. It's a trade for the KU's Reincarnate, but it's an absolute disaster. Doom comes out on Batetti, but Filsky, it's a dieback. And for Polaras, their winner's bracket life is coming to an end.
Yeah, their back's really against the wall now.
Their 2 main cores are dead for more than 80 seconds. Neither have buyback. Tier 4 is dead. They moved the Tier 4. We know what's happening.
Hull City
This game
picked
is
up
over.
the Shard instead of the Aegis.
It's disastrous. And they once again moved to said Hull City. Finger actually was cancelled thanks to the Fate's Edict, but he will die nonetheless. And the GG is called. And for Sheesh, they did it. They held on. They maintained their spot in the winner's bracket. After
Really good
what
map
was
pressure.
an unbelievable best of 3.
A really good showing. I think Sheesh Dire seems a lot stronger than Sheesh Radiant.
Mhm. I think they just had like a very good like understanding about how to win this game.
Totally. Everybody's on board. From the very beginning, you saw them like say, "We are going to take away the triangle from this Dusa."
Yeah, it was super early too. I think it was around like
Minute 0.
around the around
Minute
the
0, they placed the sentry. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's true. And then after I was like after the 15-minute mark, all they did was play in the Medusa Triangle. It completely messed up her like net worth. It was actually, I mean, they actually just played really well.
Yeah, great showing from both teams. Like really fantastic comebacks.
Mhm.
And a really well executed game plan. Are we getting Sonagod in here, Badger?
I don't know if he's in the mood. He knows he can join, though. So if he does join, we'll make sure to introduce him. But
I just want to know about that last, like, the clicking, you know, like the clicking for that Aegis. I think that's really what determined the outcome of that game, at least, like, you know, the outcome. Like, maybe if, you know, Hull City gets that Aegis, that like, you can turn that fight.
that has to be a somewhat unfortunate topic to discuss. But if he does join, we're certainly bringing that up.
Sure.
We need to like poke our fists into the open wounds and just see the thoughts on that one. I mean, Sonagod was streaming this entire thing from this perspective. I want to go back and watch the reactions when that happens, because you know it's going to be a very sad reaction on that one.
Extremely sad. I mean, it always sucks to lose, especially in that fashion when, like, you know, you're getting beat down, but then you stand up to your bully, say, "Hey," you start taking Roche. You're thinking, you know, oh, I'm landing some good shots here. and then they just crumple you.
And they bring out the brick and they start chucking the brick. And it's like, oh, wow, I'm not prepared for this brick. I thought you were using fists here.
Wait for the brick.
I just want to say too, as well, that my MVP for this series is definitely Petty. Petty played like really good this game, even though he's playing just one hero.
Yeah.
I think he knows his role on his team. Goes Blink Dagger every game, and he's like, "All right, boys, if you guys need me, we'll fight." And we go pressure. And I know it's like mundane. He's like doing the same hero, doing the same thing, but it's effective, and it's securing him. It's securing his team the game. So I think he's my MVP for the rest of the whole series. I mean, who's your guys' MVP?
Yeah, me. I think I would take League of Legends. I think that the Monkey King play game 1, Jason, you really made a point to say that how much he carried the tempo of that game. And I think this Dragon Knight game, I think his play too was really impressive. I mean, it's bread and butter. It's a Dragon Knight, but he played it really well conceptually. He didn't hit a single jungle camp. He was always being aggressive, and making some good plays, prioritizing making sure this Oracle couldn't get shit off.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give it to KU. I mean, KU just fucking owned the series, man. He played a very good 3-game series. I'm watching it now on the 5-minute delay from Sonic God's End, and it's just so unfortunate, that last Roshan engagement, where things could have turned, but it just didn't.
It just didn't.
It just didn't. Alright, do you boys have any final analysis for us before I go into my usual outro situation?
Yep, I'm gonna link DOS Tent.
Yeah, you're ahead of my final words, sir. I'm asking for analysis only right
now. No, I mean, Sheeesh and Polaris both played really well. A couple things here and there, some itemization choices that perhaps ended up resulting in the game favorably, but both teams play really well. They have really solid draft identities. Looking forward to going against Sheeesh in the next round of the upper bracket, whatever the hell we're playing. A good showing from both these guys.
All right, you guys, let's go into Jason first. Jason, thanks for joining me. Do you have any final words, call-outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Lads and twitch.tv/BadgerPablo?
Oh no, just thank you for having me. I think this is probably the best series I've watched, and super impressed by these two teams. I think it could have gone either way, honestly. I think both these teams, like their players, the caliber of players, are definitely on the same level. It's just the strategic mindset just wasn't there for Game 3 on Polar S, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to play against you in the playoffs. So yeah, thank you for having me so much. It was really fun, actually.
Let's move over to DOS. Do you have any final words, call-outs, shouts to say to the people?
It was a fun time, and I wish Jason luck on his poker adventures. I know that's what he's doing after this. Am I right?
Ah, you got me.
Yeah, he's an addict.
You got me.
Alright then, thank you for tuning in to this very exciting best of 3 between Sheeesh and Polar Ass, the Sheeesh 2-1 victory over Polar Ass. My name's Badger. If you enjoyed my casting, I'm going to cast your games, I'm going to cast your tournaments, you know where to contact me. It is on the Discord at Badger number 5713. And as always, have a great night.